In this video, I'm going to show you how to start a Shopify store and sell digital items. And by the end of this video, you will have a digital store that looks like this. It's not hard to create. By the end of this, you'll learn how to sell a digital item, and I'll walk you through this step by step. You don't want to miss this. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Vic Oyedeji at the Online Starting Block, and I'm going to show you how to start a Shopify store to sell digital items. Not physical items like something you can touch, but digital items. So the first thing that people like to do at this stage is to go ahead and create their digital store on Shopify. But that is a trap. Do not do this unless you already have a crowd. If you don't already have a crowd of people who you already know who you are, or if you have an email list, or if you have a big social following, if you don't have that kind of crowd, do not start a digital store because you'll be giving Shopify $29 a month. Well, after the 14-day free trial, you're giving $29 a month, and then you'll try to promote your products, and it's not going to work out. With physical products, it's much easier to promote your products. You can use Facebook ads, you can use influencers, and they are very effective because they can put it on, they can show you what it is, and customers' eyes can see it, and it works out. With digital products, not so much. There's nothing that they can hold or that they can touch. So it's much harder to use Facebook ads or influencers to promote your product. So the best way to do it is to already use a crowd that you already have. So to get this kind of crowd, you want to follow the build, grow, monetize phase. The build phase is, what do you have to offer? Do you have a blog to offer? Do you have online videos on YouTube or wherever? Do you have a large following on a group board or like Facebook groups or Reddit or Discord? What do you have to offer? If you want to know how to make a blog, I do have a video that shows people how to start a blog, and that link is going to be in the description, so check it out. But you have to have something to offer. You need to have something that people know you for and then give a lot of great value, and that is the build part. What do you have to offer? What value can you give to help people out, especially when it comes to making money, saving time, or improving their health? Anything that makes their life better in those ways is going to bring a lot of good traffic to you, and it's going to bring a lot of great value. So what can you do? What do you provide? That's the build phase. After the build phase is the grow phase. That is where you promote what you have or the value that you have. You promote that on social media. You promote that with your blog. You promote that with your website. You promote it any way that you want to promote it. If you're an artist, maybe you have shows. Whatever the case is, use what you have and promote it out to the audience that needs to see it. And then from there, find a way for them to join your email list. It's very, very important that you have an email list of your most, I call them warm visitors. These are people who know who you already are. Cold people don't know who you are. Warm people know who you are. The warmest people are people in your email list. The warmest people are people in your email list. The warmest people are people in your email list. So find a way to get them in your email list. And if you need help to get people on your email list using an email service provider like Aweber or ConvertKit, check the link in the description and check out the video right here, and you will see a link that will take you to my other video that shows you how to create a landing page. So once you have that, and once you have around maybe 50 to 100 people in your email list, preferably about 250 to 300 people in your email list, once you have that, then and only then can you go to the monetize phase. So there's a build phase. What do you have to offer? The grow phase, which is promoting every time. And then the monetize phase, which is people in your email list. But if you have a large social following with over 10,000 followers and higher, you don't need an email list. But from here, you can start selling digital products in the monetize phase. And this is where you actually create your Shopify store. Now, I wanted to talk about this before we started. I know I'm talking for a long time in the beginning, but I wanted to say all this because I don't want you to create your store in the beginning and then say, oh, where are my people at? And nobody's coming, and then you're paying $29 a month and you feel like you're wasting money. I've seen a lot of people go through that. Do not go through that. So please find something to talk about first. That's your build phase. And then give people a lot of value in all the channels that you can. That's your grow phase. And then from there, you can start making money by selling digital products. And that's the monetize phase. And that's where we're at right now. So the first thing that we're going to do in this phase is to sign up for Shopify. And we're going to sign up for the 14-day free trial. And let's get going. Let's get it going. All right, let's go to Shopify. And the link to Shopify is going to be in the description. In the description, you'll get Shopify. You'll probably see a screen that looks a little bit like, I think it's called, let's do this. This might be it. So you might see a screen that looks like this in the Shopify sign up link that I have below, the link I have below. So when we are here, or if you are here, doesn't matter, go to shopify.com. You just want to go to start free trial, click the button in the top right. You'll see this. Still the same thing when you go to sign up to Shopify. If you click this link, and you might see this. Whatever the case is, it's the same thing. All right. So the email, password, and your store name. First thing you want to do is figure out a store name that works. So what I want to sell, I probably want to sell, let's do a cookbook, because my wife has a plant-based blog called The Moment of Life. So we will say, let's call it Love's Cookbook. That works, Love's Cookbook. So that definitely works. If it didn't work, it say it wouldn't work. So now that we have a store name that works, let's create an email address, and let's create one specifically for Love's Cookbook. And to do that, you want to go to Gmail, good old Gmail. Let's create a Gmail account. If you're already logged in, you can go ahead and log out. And once you logged out, you want to go to, let's say, use another account, and then go to create an account for myself. All right, so let's do a first and last name. Let's do Love's Cookbook. All right, and let's see if it's available. Love's Cookbook. And let's see if it's there. It's available. Love's Cookbook at gmail.com is available. That's a great business name. I'm about to give somebody an idea to use this. Well, you can use this email because it's about to be taken, but you can use something very similar. All right, now it's going to ask you for your phone number to know who you are for security purposes. Yeah, so use your phone number. You can also put an recovery email address just in case something happens to your account. This recovery email address will be the account that Google will contact and says, hey, something happened to your account. We need you to authorize this account to be reopened. So that is what this is for. It's optional. If you are going to put an email there, put an email that you already know and you access frequently. And then you put your birth date right there and your gender, and you hit next. Next up, it's going to ask for you to verify your phone number. Hit send. And then it's going to give you a confirmation verification code. Confirmation verification. It's going to do a verification code. Go to your phone and check it out. If you don't have a phone or you can't see your text, you can hit call instead. Solve the problem. And once you verify it and everything is good, then hit skip. And then finally, it's going to ask you for your privacy and terms. Most people like to go and hit I agree. I actually like to go to more options. And then it has some extra options that's there. This saves your web and app activity on Google. If you want Google to save that, then you can hit save. But if you don't want that, then you don't save it. I will say don't save it. Do you want Google to show you personal ads? If you want them to show you personal ads, so for example, if you go to somebody else's website and you leave the website and then you go to another website, and that new website you went to, you see some ads that was from the old website you went to. I know you've seen that before. If you don't want that to happen, then click on the show me ads that are not personalized. And in YouTube history, do you want to see a YouTube history in your Google account? So basically these are videos that you've seen before. Do you want Google to see that? It seems like a no-brainer. It's like, yeah, sure. Problem though is that if you save your YouTube history, it's also going to show a bunch of videos that you've seen before in the past. So if you want to see a bunch of videos that you've seen before in the past and go down a YouTube rabbit hole that a lot of people go through, if you want that to happen, then save your YouTube history. If you don't want to go down the rabbit hole and every time you go on YouTube, you see different videos, then click that. Don't save my YouTube history. Unfortunately, if you do this, then you won't be able to view your YouTube history. The only way you can do it is you would have to go to your history in your browser. And then from there, you have to see all the old YouTube videos. So there's a price to pay for not seeing your YouTube history. But for now, I'm going to say don't save it. And then make sure this is unchecked because I don't want reminders, and then hit I agree. And it is going to set up your Gmail. So now you're in, you have a new Gmail account. And this is your email right here, lovescookbook@gmail.com. Copy that. Let's go back to Shopify, make that your new email. So mine is lovescookbook@gmail.com. Yours will be something else. Then make a password, create your store. So as you're creating your store, it's going to ask you some questions. Are you already selling? You can say, yeah, I'm just playing around. What's your current revenue? I'm just getting started. And you want to put these down here. If you do like $50,000 and up, Shopify may contact you for some services that they have and yada, yada, yada. And what industry will be operating in? I'm doing food cookbook. So where is the food situation? Other food and drink, we can do that. And then click on next. All right, this is where you can add an address so you can get paid. This is where you put your name and address and all that. So you go ahead and do that. And finally, it's going to ask you for a business and personal website. That's definitely optional. You don't have to put that in. And if it's a registered business, you can check that now or you can check it later. That's fine. And then go to enter my store. You're now in Shopify. You're set up. Great job. So the next thing that you want to have is a domain name. You want to have a unique domain name for your Shopify store. So let's set that up right now. So in mentioning the domain name, if you look at it right now, the domain name says loves-cookbook.myshopify.com/admin. So if I was to take away the /admin and I just went to the site, this is actually my Shopify store right now. This is actually how it looks at the moment. And that is the URL of my Shopify store. Now, I don't want this URL to be like this. So if I told somebody, hey, what is your store's URL? You got to go to loves-cookbook.myshopify.com. That's a lot. So if you don't want that to happen, you need to go and get a domain name to make it much easier. And here's how to do that. First, you want to click on the S logo at the bottom left, right there. And that's that. So before we move forward, please also know that the loves-cookbook.myshopify.com will not change. That will always be yours. So every time you come to the dashboard, you will most likely always see this every time. But you can change the title of your store. It doesn't have to be that. The way you change the title of your store literally is to go to settings and then general. And when you go to settings general, you can change the name of your store right there. And that is how you change that up. But in the meantime, we want to get our own domain name. So when people access the store, it will be in a domain name we know. Now, there's several ways to do this. I'm going to show you the way that I prefer. So first thing is you want to go to online store right here and click that. Click the word online store, not the I, click the word, and then go to domains. Then after you do that, you will see all of the domain names that's available. Then you can just go and click on buy new domain on the top right side. And then from there, you would type in a domain that you want to get. So in this situation, I want to get Loves Cookbook because that is the name of my store. And let's see if that's available. It is available for $14 a year. So all I have to do is click buy. And then after I click buy, it will take me to put in my payment details. And from there, you will click on add payment method right here. And you will put in your card information and then click on add credit card. And then you will use that to pay for your domain name. And then after that is paid and your domain name is paid for, you would then go back to, or actually automatically take you to your online store domain screen. And then from here, you'll see your new domain that's there. And then make sure that's your primary domain name by clicking on change primary domain and make sure your new domain name is there. And that is that. So that is buying it through Shopify. However, I don't like to do it that way. I like to do it a different way. I like to get my domain name through Namecheap. So Namecheap is a website where you can buy domain names. So namecheap.com. I like to keep where I get my domain names and where my domain names are hosted differently. I like to keep them apart because if Shopify goes down, my domain name goes down as well. And I don't want that to happen, basically. All right, so I'm here. Let me register a domain name. So Love's Cookbook was available on Shopify, so it's going to be available here too, because they all look at a domain name database. So lovescookbook.com. Let me click on search, and I am 99.9999% sure this is available. All right, it's available, and it's available for $7.98 per year, and then it renews at $8.88 per year. The reason why it's cheaper is because it's a 10% off back to school sale. All right, click on add to cart. And that's that. This view item will come up, but then it will disappear because they just want to play with you like that. And then afterwards, you go down to checkout and you want to check out. Now it's going to ask you how long do you want to have this domain name. So you can have it for 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years. So let's get it for 1 year for now, but if you plan to have this domain name for a long time, I would get it for 2 or 3 years. So get it for 1 year, that's fine. And keep this enabled, which is the domain privacy, that's fine. And in this premium DNS, don't enable that. Let's click on confirm order. Moving on, it's going to ask you to either log into your account. So if you already have a Namecheap account, you can add one here. If not, then you can create a new account. So when you create a new account, you have two options. So you can create one only for your online store. So in this situation, it will be Love's Cookbook. So that is that. The other option is if you want to buy multiple domain names, maybe you have an online store and you also want to create a website, a WordPress website, and you also want to create a landing page, and you also want to create a blog, or if you want to create another online store. If you want to have multiple domain names into one account, then I would just replace this with your general business name. So whatever business name that you want to have, I'll make that the username. But in this case, I like to make it the name of the online store. I like to keep things simple. So after that, you want to go to password and create a password and then confirm it. And then you put your first and last name and then your email address. Your email address will be the email that is here. In my situation, it's lovescookbook@gmail.com. So put your new email there that you use for your Shopify store and then click on this check mark. Make sure that it's unchecked so you won't get a bunch of emails from Namecheap. All right, from here, you will put your contact information. You put your address line and all that. So make sure you do that. And once you're done with that, you click on continue. From here, it's going to ask you for a bunch of other contact information. If I scroll down, the only thing you'll likely change is if your billing address was different from the address that you put down. You click here, you add new contact, and then you create your billing address and go from there. I'm not doing that at this moment, but that's what you do if you're going to do that. And then as I finally scroll down, I want to click on Save Configuration above to my default settings. I like to click that checkbox, click on Continue. And then finally here, it's going to ask you for your card details. You put your debit or credit card there. You can also use your PayPal if you want, or an account funds, I guess, that you have through Namecheap. You can use that as well. And then as I scroll down, make sure that your billing address is right. If not, then make a new contact or use a previously saved one. You may see an option that says use previously saved contact. So you can use that as a billing address. And then finally at the bottom, you want to go to save configuration above to my default payment settings. That's fine. And then this option here, if you click this, what this does is it will automatically renew your domain name registration. So let's say you decided to get your domain name for 2 years. 2 years later, it will automatically renew your domain name using your information that you already have. If you don't want to use your same card information and you want to change it later on, you can just click this, and then by the time the 2 years comes up, you'll get a bunch of reminders letting you know that your domain name is about to expire and you need to renew it. After that, click on continue. And then from here, it's going to give you final confirmation that everything is what it is. Then once that's good, you can scroll down and see the details. Once that's done, click on Pay Now. All right, so now that everything is set up, you have your domain name. Congratulations, boom, 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 you've done it. All right, so the next thing to do is to click on the first Manage button you see on the right side. So click on Manage. And you have this domain name. My situation is lovescookbook.com. Yours will be different, but it is reserved. Now, to get to the screen, let's sign out, for example, and let us sign in. So to sign in, use what you use. Hopefully you didn't forget your username and password. And then from here, it's going to ask you for a verification code. I think that happens every time you want to log in for the first time. So you go there and then scroll down a bit and you'll see the code. Right click, copy. Let's go back. Let's go back. All right, so now you're in. And then from here, to go back to where we were just at, when we click the Manage button, you would go to Domain List on the left side. And this is the list of domains that you own with this account. We only have one. And then click on Manage on the right side. And you are at this page. This is a very important page, so let's keep the tab open. Let's go back to our email. And there was an email that you got from Shopify. This email says to confirm your email address. Click on Confirm your email address. You have 24 hours to confirm this. Confirm your email. And it's going to say, welcome to Shopify. Afterwards, you will go on your store. And it may ask you to log in. Just click on your name and you're logged in. Boom. Now you're logged in with a verified email address. You love to see it. So that's just one part. So you got your domain name. Great job. Now we want to connect your domain name from Namecheap to your Shopify account. How do we do that? We use what's known as name servers. And this is actually very easy to do if you follow what I'm going to show you step by step. So let's do that. Let's sync up the domain name with your Shopify store. To do so, go to Online Store and then go to Domains. So this is the domain name that you currently own because that's how you set up your account. You want to go to Connect Existing Domain right here at the top. And then what domain do you want to connect? It's the one you bought. And for me, it is this, lovescookbook.com. Yours will be completely different. It's whatever your domain is right there. Click on Next. And then it automatically determined that your domain name was purchased through Namecheap. Ain't that nice? So you want to click on View Namecheap Instructions. And it's going to give you a set of instructions that may confuse you. But you know what? We're going to make this much easier for you. So what you want to do is to scroll down and click on where it says connect your third-party domain to Shopify manually. And then while that I'm here, you want to scroll down and go to step 1. And you're really going to follow this third step. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So go to Namecheap. While you are there, you want to go to the tab that says Advanced DNS right here. And as you're right there, click on Add New Record and go to a record because that is what it's asking for. So point the A record to Shopify. And this is the IP address for Shopify's server, which is where the files lie. And then the host, you make the host an @ symbol. I'm sure it's telling you to do that. You change the host to the @ symbol. Yep. And then the value, you want to right click, paste. So click there, right click, paste. That's what you want. And then the TTL, it doesn't say anything. That's fine. So click on the check mark right there. And what it will do is it will delete all the other records, because this is the main record. So I just did A and B. There's a C. And you want to point your C name record to www with the name www to this. So to do that, you want to click on Add New Record again in Namecheap and look for C name record. Your host should be www, which is what it asked. And then hit tab, and then the value is going to be this, shops.myshopify.com. Say copy, go back, paste, and then click on the check mark, and that saves it. That is what you want to have in Namecheap. And now when you go back to your domain name section in Shopify, all you got to do is click on Verify Connection at the bottom. And your connection has been verified. Congratulations. And it does say SSL pending. What that means is it makes your domain name, instead of it being the HTTP, it'll add the S at the end. And that's what SSL means. And that's going to be for your domain name, lovescookbook.com. This would be fixed in within 1 to 5 minutes. As a matter of fact, if I refresh it now, it may work right now, actually. And let me see. Yep, it works. So it is connected. So the primary domain of the store is now lovescookbook.com. And if I go to change primary domain, I can even make this www.lovescookbook.com if I want to. I don't have to, but I could if I want. And hit save. I'll save the original version, and that's that. So if I was to go to the store, so if I go to online store, and if I click the I next to the store, not the storm, but the store. If you see the URL right now, it says lovescookbook.com, and that is the URL of the online store. So we just connected your Namecheap domain name to this, and we are good to go back to the dashboard. Let's click on the S. And that is that. Final thing I want to show you before we move forward is how to log out and log back in to Shopify. So I'll show you an easy way to do it. To log out, you want to click on your name and then click on log out right there. Boom, it's easy. Now to log back in, let's say you want to go to Shopify. So log in is 2 ways. You want to go to shopify.com and then go to log in, and it's going to ask you for your login information right there. So it starts with your email. It's going to ask for your store URL, and then it's going to ask for your password. That's one way. The other way to do it, which is easier, is you want to go to your store's name, your actual store's URL. So in my situation, it's lovecookbook.com. So that's the store's URL. I recommend you bookmark this page by clicking the star, click add bookmark, and I recommend you add the bookmark for this page. So that's that. And then to go and log in, you want to click on your domain name. And then after the .com, you do /admin. That's it, /admin, and then hit enter. And it will ask you to log in to your account. And then you put your email that you have set up. Don't forget your email. Say next, and then your password. So this is the easiest way to log into your account. And now we're back. And by the way, this is known as your dashboard. Your dashboard is the back end of your site. This is where you do all your updates. So the dashboard is your back end, and the main website, which is this part right here, that's your front end. So the front end is the main website everybody sees, except the bottom part. They don't see this bottom part right there, this gray part. They don't see that. So that was the front end, and this is the back end right there. All right. The next thing we want to do is to get a theme for your store. There are free themes and there are paid themes. But people have made millions with free themes because ultimately it's about the number of people you already have in your email list or who already follow you. You can bring them to your store, and as long as your store has a product to sell, you will be fine. So let us get a theme. But before we do that, let's check out some digital stores that's currently online and we're going to figure out what type of store that we want to build. So check this out. All right, so before we actually check the theme, let's go to our email, and I should have an email from Namecheap. Remember I told you there was an important email coming from Namecheap? And this is that email. So immediate verification required for your domains. Make sure you go here. So the purpose of this email is you have about 24 to 48 hours. I believe you have 24 hours to verify that you actually own this domain name that we got from Namecheap. If you don't, Namecheap will take away your domain name and you will not be able to access it until you verify it. So after scrolling down, click here to verify your email address right there. And that was right there if you didn't know where that was. And that's that. So that's all you have to do and you're good. If you were deactivated, then it will reactivate after 24 to 48 hours. So please look at that email that says immediate verification required for your domains. Don't forget that. All right, now let us go and look at some themes. So the theme section is under online store. If you click on online store on the left side and click on the word, not the I, but the word, and themes. So themes is the design of your site. If you use Wix or Squarespace, these are like templates. If you use WordPress, then these are like themes. So the default theme for Shopify is called Debut. That is the default theme for Shopify. And if you want to go down and look at some other themes, there's some free themes and there's a theme store from Shopify. You click on Explore Free Themes. These are the free themes that are available. There's a new theme that's out that's called Dawn. And I'm actually very interested to check this out. I really, really am very interested to check this out. But right now I'm going to use something else. So there's other themes that are there and boom, boom, boom. So let's check out some digital stores. So there's two types of digital stores. There's one that sells multiple products and there's one that sells one product. Let's check out the one that sells multiple products. So let's do Serratitis.com. So shop.serratitis.com. And if you're wondering how to put the shop.yourblog there, so basically you have an online store that is a subdomain. So this shop is a subdomain of your online store. If you want to know how to do that, I will actually make another video and you may see that in the description by the time this video comes out. That'll be a very, very, very quick video to show you how to do that, but it's not hard. But Serratitis.com, so she has made 8 figures in her store in sales. She has a very, very big following in her blog and also on her Pinterest account. Because of her following and because of how she nurtures her email lists, if you look at her, at this page right here, she has a lead magnet that is kind of hard to resist. You have 1,000 pages for free, 1,000 free pages that she has of a planner that once you put your name and email there, you automatically get 1,000 pages. And she uses ConvertKit, I believe, which is the email service provider, to do this. But actually, I think she uses a service called Lead Pages to create this page, and then it connects to her ConvertKit account. But if you have ConvertKit, you can also make a landing page like this as well. And I do have a video that shows how to make landing pages, and that is in the description. But she does this, and she uses this to get a lot of subscribers. She nurtures her subscribers by sending them value and great tips and stuff like that. I've also followed her email list before. So she has great value that's there. She doesn't just sell you stuff all the time. She has great words, affirmation, and encouragement. So that's that. And this is a digital store. She has nothing but digital products. And she sells multiple products. These are her most profitable products. This is her store. And there's more words there. And then she has more products that she has. And then she has testimonials, which is important for social proof because social proof is needed for trust. And trust is the number one thing somebody needs to have before they can ever buy from you. I'm going to say that again. Trust is the number one thing that a customer needs to have before they ever buy from you. That's Serratitis over there. She tells her brief story. And then here was some more binders that she has. And this is her community that they have. So she has over 100,000 email subscribers. And that is a big reason why she makes over 8 figures in sales. I believe that's over $10 million. I think it's 8 figures. I could be wrong. Now I got to check. What's 8 figures? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What is 8 figures? That's 8 figures, right? That's 10 million. Yeah, $10 million. That's correct. So over $10 million in sales in 3 years. That's a store that you can have where you have multiple products. There's another store where it's just one product or maybe one or two products, but it's an extension of the stuff that you've been putting in your YouTube videos and things like that. So there's one page called, I think it's sodeliciouslyvegan.com. I believe that's what it is. Yep, so So Deliciously Vegan. So this is a vegan page, obviously. And in this, she just has one product. This product is her cookbook, and that's how much she sells her cookbook, and it is sold out. So this is not a digital product. This is actually a physical product, but you can make this into a digital product as well. You can create one in Canva. I'll show you how to do that soon. And then once you do that, you can put this in your store. Now the store looks a little less involved. That's the right word. A little less involved than Sarah Titus, but she still has a lot of followers, and she does sell some utensils and stuff like that. But she has a lot of people who come to her page. And why is that? If you go to her YouTube account, so YouTube page right there, if you go there, you will see that she has 2.14 million subscribers.
Hey guys, so today
Now she does hair videos, and then she also does fashion videos, and then she does food recipes and then makeup tutorials as well. That has definitely helped her out. Some of her videos has over 200,000 views, 100,000 views, another 100,000 views video. Those people will go to her cookbook that she links in her description. I'm sure she links her cookbook in her description. So she leverages her YouTube viewers and she takes them and puts them in her Shopify store, which sells this one product, and that's fine. This is the route I recommend you to take. I recommend you to do the one product Shopify store. You can have a good homepage like this. It doesn't have to be as involved. You can just start with one product, get a lot of people to sell that product, and then ask your subscribers or ask your fans, what other products do you want to see? And then from there, they will let you know. They'll actually tell you what kind of products they want to see next. You create that product and then you add it over time. And then later on, you get a bigger store like Sarah Titus. So you can have a multiple product digital store, or you can have a single product digital store, although this is a physical product, but you can make a cookbook a digital product. So that is that. So these are two different themes. This is a theme that she has, and then this is the theme that Sarah Titus has. This theme, I think I know what theme this is. So if I go back to Shopify, the theme that she uses is called, I think it's called Simple. This is the theme that she has. So if I click on Simple, there is light, toy, and beauty. I believe she probably uses the toy version. If you can see how it looks like, there is the menu options on the side, the logo on the top left. If you go to Sarah Titus' page, it looks almost exactly the same. I think this is the theme. She uses the toy style. So we're going to actually do that. Let's use what Sarah Titus uses, because you always got to study your competition. No matter what you do, study your competition, because sports stars do it. You got to do it too. And business people do it too. E-commerce folks, this is what they do. They study competition. So add a theme library. But that's because you study a competition doesn't mean you got to steal from them. Do not copy what they do, because people will see that and there'll be some problems. So don't copy it. Get inspiration, but don't copy. All right, so as this is installing, it's just added. It's now installed to your Shopify server. Next thing to do is to go to Actions, click the drop down, and then go to Publish. Do you want to publish this theme? It will replace Debut. That's fine. Say Publish. And now the theme is published. We are good. This is how it looks. And to see how it looks like, you can click on Customize. And that is where we are at. That is how your website looks right now at the moment. That is how it looks like right now. To get out of here, go on the top left, click on Exit. And we are here. So now you know how to get a free theme from Shopify, which I greatly recommend before you spend money and get a fancy theme. Get the free theme, get some sales, and then after you get some sales later on, then you can pay for a more premium theme. So once you do that, let's customize the theme. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to add a logo, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So what you want to do now is to go to Store. So if you click on that, the themes link will be automatically highlighted. That's where we're at right now. and then go to Customize. Click on the green Customize button. So this is the customizer. If you're not to use WordPress, rather if you're creating a website or just a blog, this is your customize section. This is where you do a lot of edits and stuff like that. To do this, you want to click on header on the left side, and you will see where you can add a logo image right here. So let's get a logo. To do this, we want to go to not Canva, but Photopia.com. And the reason why not Canva is because Canva does not allow you to have a transparent image unless you get the Canva Pro version. But Photopia does, but it's a little bit harder to know how to use Photopia unless you know Photoshop. But if you follow these directions, I'm gonna show you how to do it right now. So go to File, New, and then New Project. Under the name, you wanna put your store's name. Mine is, what is my store's name? Love's Cookbook. And I would say logo at the end. Afterwards, your DPI, you wanna go straight there and then make this 300. So this is good print quality. You wanna make your logo have good print quality to start off the bat. And then from here, make your width and height. I'll make my width 800 and my height 400. So 800 by 400 pixels. So you put your name, then after you put your name, you put your DPI next. Then after you put your DPI next, your width and height will be really big. Then you make that 800 by 400. Then you hit create. All right, so now that you're here, next thing you want to do is on the left side, click on the T right there. It's called a type tool. Do that, and then click inside the white section. It may take a little bit to load the fonts. Then you say the name of your online store. And then once that's done, hit on the check mark on the top right, confirm, and that's the logo. From here, I want to make this bigger. So make sure the T is selected. I will select the font size and make this bigger like that. Boom, boom, boom. I actually like how this looks, but I use this in another video that shows how to make a blog. So let me actually use another font. So let me click on the T on the left side, highlight everything by double clicking, and then let me see if I can get a new font by clicking the top left right here that says Elliott 6. And let's get a new font that may be pretty interesting. Let's see. And I don't want to take too long on this, but you do want it to be unique. So I clicked on Flux Architect. Let me make the size go smaller. And then click that, and then click on the mouse on the top left and put it like that. All right, I think I like that. And let's make the color red because that's the color of a heart. So click on the T and then click on this right here, which is the black. That's the color. Let's make this red right there. I think that's cool. Say okay. All right, we're all good. That's the first thing. Next thing to do is where it says background, this layer, there is a lock right there. Click on that lock. And then afterwards, click on the eye to the left of the layer right there. And now the background has become polka dots. The white background is gone. This means this is a transparent background. That means if the background was green, then this logo will have a green background. The background is yellow, you have this background. If it's black, or have this background. So it'd be red text, black background. And that's the great thing about a transparent background. Next thing to do is to click on the crop tool on the left side. And once that is done, you want to drag this down, not all the way where it touches the letters, but a little bit above it. And then drag this down, drag this up really, like that. It doesn't have to be perfect. You click on the check mark on the top right to finish. Afterwards, you click on the mouse on the top left and make sure that the Love's Cookbook layer is selected. That's very, very important. So make sure that's selected, and then you can move this and make sure that the horizontal line and the vertical line that you see, make sure that is selected or make sure it shows, and it automatically snaps there. Boom, the logo is done. Once that's done, go to File and then go to Save as PSD. It's the first thing you want to do. You want to create a new folder that is called Logos. Once that folder is there, it should already be named, your store's name, then logo at the end. Click on save. You good. That's the first thing. Second thing is to go back, go to File, go to Export As, and then click on PNG. It's important for it to be PNG because PNG keeps the transparent background. If you save it as JPEG, which is JPG, the white background will come back. You don't want that. So make it PNG. Make the quality 100% right here, and then click on Save. And it should be in the same folder. Let's Cookbook logo. That's completely fine. Go to Save, and that's that. So now you go back to your online store, and where's the customize section? There we at. Give me a second. So now we're back here, and under the logo image, click on Select Image, and click on Upload an Image. So where is the store logo? Right here, and then go to the cookbook logo.png, say Open. And just like that, the Love's Cookbook logo changed to that. Hit select, and that's that. And then where it says edit all text, click on that where it says edit all text. And this is for people who cannot see logos for whatever reason. You want to mention what this text is. So type in the name of your blog. Sorry, the name of your store. So I'm still in blog mode. And then put logo. So the name of your digital store, logo. That's that. So also let search engines look for you as well. It's an added benefit. Then from there, you want to change the width, and you make this width a little bit bigger. All right, that is basically the width that I can have. If I think this width is a little bit too small, then I can go back to Photopea, make a bigger font, probably make it a little bigger. There's things I can do. I could probably make this more of a square. I can even do that as well. There's many possibilities I can do. I can even say Love's Cookbook and make that 2 lines. I could do that too. So you just start a new account and then just do that. So that's definitely one thing you can do, but I'm gonna keep it like this for now. Sarah Titus, she has hers really big. So you can always change this a little bit later and make it that. Another way to get a logo, if you don't want to do that way I just showed, is you can go to Fiverr.com. and you can just hire somebody to make your logo for you for Shopify. So what you would do is you go to Fiverr, you would type in logo design, and then Shopify, you would say logo design Shopify. And then afterwards, you would click on, was asking you to sign in, but you would click on sort by, get me out of there. So from there, you would sort by bestseller, best-selling, and then your seller details, you would say top rated and level 1. That's basically all you need for your logo design. And then make sure to speak English. And for logos, because there's so many there, I actually would just do the top rated, and that's that. Click on apply. And these are people who can create great logos for your Shopify store. And then look for the ones that have a lot of reviews, because a lot of them don't have reviews. So look for the ones that have a lot of reviews, sorted by best selling. And yeah, I actually will look for the ones that have top rated sellers. So let me get rid of level 1. So there we go. I would just do top rated sellers. That's that. For logo design, I would do that. And then these are people who have a lot of reviews, and you can create a good logo just like that. And then the last thing you want to do is, let's say logo. I just want a logo. So let me say this logo design. Making it hard on me. So logo design, what kind of logo do you want? And then seller details. Click on that one more time. Let's do top rated seller, and in English, that's it. Apply. And then make sure you sort by best selling. And these are the top best sellers that you're looking for. Look for the ones that have a lot of reviews, and look at the price that's there. So for some of these, you probably would do, for example, this one right here. I would design a logo for your business. And look at the number of orders it has in queue. Boom, boom, boom. That's that. That is that. All right. So that is something that you can do for your logos. You get a good logo person, and then you call it a day. That's another option you can do if you don't use Photopia. All right, that is how you create your logo, and that is that. Click on Save to End on the top right. And then if you click on the computer, you can see how your logo looks on mobile. Most people go on your phone on mobile, so that's how it look like. And that's completely fine, honestly. And then that's that. You can see how it looks like on full screen. You go to desktop, and yes. So click on the left exit button to get out of there, and we're out. So the next thing you're going to do is you're going to create a product. So what is your digital product? In this case, we're going to make this a cookbook because that is what the store is. And we're going to create it in Canva. So this time we're not using Photopia. We're going to use Canva to make our cookbook. You can also go on Fiverr and look for somebody to make a cookbook for you. That's definitely a possibility as well. Just type in PDF cookbook or something like that, or cookbook or digital cookbook. Type that in, digital cookbook. And then find somebody who can make a cookbook for you underneath the best sellers, and then look for rated 1 or top sellers and level 1 people, scavenger their folks, and see who can make you a cookbook. But if not, let's go to Canva. Let's quickly create one. So let's create a ebook. If you don't want to do that, you can definitely go on Fiverr and then type in ebook. And let's see, ebook cover, ebook design. Let's type in ebook and let's see what comes up. Sorted by best selling. And for seller details, go to top rated seller. Make sure to speak English. And let's do that. We might add level 1 later on. So promote your ebook, format and layout. So it looks like it's the ebook format and layout is what it is. Okay. So if you see this person right here, this person has 6 orders in queue. That's important. People keep coming back, which means that they do a good job with their ebook. You can see some pictures there. And then also you can see for up to 15 pages, it's $10. And this one, 15 pages of the ebook design for $20. And the premium is cover and source files for $30. It seems like a good deal. And that is how you can create a ebook. You can even say cookbook, ebook, or whatever the case is. So that's one way you can do it. Boom, boom, boom. Just go down and look at some ebooks that is there. A lot of them is ebook cover, but you want to do the formatting as well. Done. The other way to do it, which I prefer, is to use Canva if you want to do it yourself. Canva.com. Good old Canva. Canva is a website where you can make designs. And I have a different account here. Let me sign into a new account. Log in with Google. And let us use this right here. I actually exit out of that because it's pulled up. And it's going to sign you in. All right, so when this pulls up, what will you be using Canva for? I would say small business. I could do that. And you can skip this. You don't have to have that there. And then click maybe later. This is asking you to try Canva Pro for free. Who's on your team? Say skip again. And that's that. So start your first design. So what you would do is you would scroll down. So click on this search box and then go all the way down and then go to, so this ebook cover. You could definitely do that. I actually may use an ebook cover. I actually might do that. So click on ebook cover. All right. So skip tour. So you can definitely use a template for an ebook and then go from there. What you want to do, however, is you want to see the ones that have multiple pages. So check the ebook that has multiple pages. If you don't see that, and it looks like nothing is there, just a cover, I would just get out. So go back and I will actually create another design. So on the top right, go to create a design. Let me type in A4. It's an A4 document. This is a good document for a cookbook, a PDF cookbook. So click on the X on the top right. All right, so let's go to templates and let's type in cookbook or cooking, a cookbook. Let's see what pulls up. So type in cookbook, and that's under the templates on the right side. And it says cookbook, and let's Scroll down, and you want to find one that has multiple pages. And the way you find out it has multiple pages is if you click on this or just highlight it, you can see how it has multiple pages in here. That is what you're looking for. It says 5 of 8. That's what you're looking for. You may have to go down for a good minute to see one that is good. If you don't see one, then go to cooking. This is another template of cookbooks. All right, so this one looks good right here. As a matter of fact, cooking is actually a good searching. So cooking, click here. Now this is all the pages that's in the cookbook, recipe book. So I can do one, or I can apply all 22 pages. So do I want a 22-page cookbook to sell? Sure. So click on apply all 22 pages. And this is how this cookbook will look like right here. That is what you're going to get. And if I go on the bottom right, where it has number 22, and click on that view, this is all of the pages that are right there. You can click on that right there and then delete it. I could add a page, I could duplicate a page, and this is something that you can do. So if I was to click on this very first page and then double click it, and I'm here, I can click on the 34% and then zoom it to fill so it could be bigger. Then I can change this text right here, and I can say loves cookbook, and that's that. And then click this on the side. I can do that if I want, change the font. So I can click this, and instead of it being that, which I can read, I can use the same type of text I use for my logo, or I can just have something else different. Let me just use this for now. Let me do something better. Let's try this. All right, let's try that. Loves cookbook recipes, not the best thing. You can even change this. You can change the size. You can do a lot. If I was to click on the 91% and then go to fit, and then I could just scroll down. If I want to change this image, which you should, because some of them, like if I was to go right here, and let me go to fill, so click on the 34%, go to fill. If I was to look at this image can be used. If I was to print this image, it will say Canva. So to change the image, first go to uploads, and then upload a new image. So upload device, and let's use a picture that I have. All right, let's use this image. So this is one of the images I was trying to use as my thumbnail for my how to start a website video. So literally I could actually go here and click it. Actually, I will delete it and have this picture here and then remove this picture and then click this picture. Check this out, click and drag it, and it will automatically fit in there just like that, like magic. And you can double click that and then move this to the side if you want. You can only move it to the side, click on done to the left side. I can say piece of dough, so I would change this font. I think this is the font, and you can see the popular fonts. Sorry, you can see the fonts that you already use at the very top. It has the fonts that you have used previously, so you're good there. So what font did I use? I used this font. And then you could put in your own text, and then from there, it talks about the ingredients and what to do. You could even change all this if you want, or maybe you don't want to change it. You can edit the image. You can make the image look a little different. Let's call this festive. You could change the image up. You could do a lot, or you could just add your own image if you want to. And then that is that. And if you don't like this whole thing, you can just go back and then create another new A4 document. All right, and let's call this Loves Cookbook PDF. I may have another video to show you how to do this. I won't get into this too much right now. And I actually did go back. So to look at all your designs, on the left side, go to all your designs. And then from there, this would be the cookbook. Boom, boom, that's that. So let's say this is the cookbook I like, and I just want to call it a day. So the next thing to do is to click on the down arrow right here. And then what type of file? So there's a PDF print version. There's a PDF standard version. I recommend the PDF print version for cookbooks. I recommend the standard version. There are 4 premium images in this document, so I have to buy each premium image. If I don't want to have that, then I would get out of here and I will find where my premium images are at. And the best way to do it is look for the ones that says the word Canva all over it. And it is somewhere. I'm going to find them. All right, here's one. So remove that. And you can add a picture of whatever you need to have and see where the rest are at. Here's the second one. So it looks like the background needs to be removed. That's fine. Third one right here. This little flower. So I can always replace this image anytime I want. It's like a transparent flower. Yeah, so that can be gone. That's 3. And the fourth one I can't find. It's like it escaped me. All right, I found the last one. Sheesh, right there. Man, talking about top secret. All right, I think that's it. That was a top secret one right there. It's like a Where's Waldo episode or something. All right, so once that's done, click on that right there at the bottom. Now I can print this out and go to download. All right, so from here, let me actually make a new folder that is called cookbook files or whatever files for what you're trying to create. I made a new folder for that. So Love's Cookbook PDF. Let's save that. And then once that is done, then I want to save an image of this. So to do that, let's go to grid view. Let's go to the first page. And let me click on the 91% and then go to fit. Get this bigger. So now that I'm here, let me take this first page, go to this down arrow thing, and then file type should be, I'm going to make this JPEG, JPG, and select pages. And I want to go to the very top and click the right arrow between all pages, and then just select this the first page. So done. And so it's not only one page in JPEG format. Actually, let me put it to PNG because it gives a higher quality type image. Hit download. So it's going to save the cookbook in, say, PDF. Sorry, I think I got it right. Sorry, that threw me off. It really threw me off. So PNG, try this one more time. Page 1. Oh yeah, Love's Cookbook. Yeah, that's right. I actually should have said Love's Cookbook ebook to not throw me off. All right, so hit save image because it's a PNG image. That's the first page. That's what I want. And then let me do one more page. Let's do a picture of me looking like this. So to get that, the second page, hit the down arrow, file type PNG, and then select pages. Click that to remove all pages, then do page 2. If you do so if I did multiple pages at a time and then hit done and then download, it would actually save it as a zip file. Then you have to unzip. You can do that if you want, but if you're having trouble unzipping files, then just do it one by one like I'm doing it. And it'll automatically download to the file type it is. Let's do that. So that'd be the second page. And let's do one more page. If you have multiple recipes, you could just do images of the first recipe and then call that a day. So let me just use this third page just for now. So PNG, select pages right there, and then third page. So I'm going to do this and call it a day. I'm still tripping how hard it was to find that one file. Or I could have paid the $3 or $4. I could have done that too. All right. So now that is done, you have your product ready. Rather if it's your ebook or a printable, your digital product is ready. Now let's add this product to Shopify, and then we're going to add an app that's going to allow us to make this a PDF, and then we'll go from there. So check this out. Okay, so let's go back to Shopify. Let's go to products on the left side. And you want to go to add product. All right, so what do you want to call this? We will call this Love's Cookbook. Love's Cookbook. And you can look at your competitors. So check out what they have. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, so it says bundles. It has 35 pages. So Sarah likes to put the number of pages that's there besides the reviews. All right, that looks good. So this is the vegan. This says the cookbook type that it is. And that's that. So let's see what Sarah does. So let's check out our top sellers. What is the top seller doing? Let's do this household bundle. So let's see how many pages it is. 340 pages. So we can do the same thing. Loves cookbook. This is 22 pages. Or you can say 20 plus pages. We can do that because we may add to the cookbook and then we can re-add it as a file. That's one great thing about digital products. So 20 pages. All right. And then your description, make sure the description has the cookbook that you have. So if you're doing like vegan cookbook, you can say this vegan cookbook. So think about what people will search on Google and then add that there. This vegan cookbook is the cookbook to end all food, healthy food cookbooks. And obviously you can see what your competitors have and see how they have it. It says what you will receive. Okay, that is that. So just the vegan is just literally what is there. All right. So let's say this includes, and then do a bullet, and then it says 22 pages, or actually 20 plus pages. Lunch and dinner recipes. And what else do they have? All right. And then it says instant digital download. Nothing will be shipped. That's actually a great thing to add at the very end. And I'm going to take that. Instant digital download. Nothing will be shipped. I like that. And then put that in italics. Boom. So this vegan cookbook from, and I want to put the name of the cookbook type as well. All right. It's a cookbook to end all health food cookbooks. Boom. So that's the description. And you can always update that later. As for the media, this is where you put the PNG file, not the regular cookbook, not the cookbook itself. You're putting just the PNG file. It was just 3 pages. So let's go to cookbook files. And let me see, there was the PDF, not that one. Let me do this one. So this is the PNG file. So that's what I wanted to see. That's going to be the front cover. And then add my other pages. So the second page of the cookbook. And then the third page of the cookbook. So add media, page 3. All right, so that's done. And you can also drag and drop and move the images if you want. For pricing, let me see what people are charging. So Deliciously Vegan charges $28.95. Sarah charged $347, but she can do that because she has a lot of people who she really loves. I'm going to charge for now. Let's see what people will be willing to pay for. I would say, let me charge for this cookbook. I would say $18.97 for this. As far as the stock keeping unit and the track quality for inventory, if this is your only product, you don't need to keep anything. You can actually just move on from there. But if you have multiple products, then you may say loves cookbook, like 1, something like that. Do something that you remember, like loves cookbook 1. I'll just do that. Don't track quantity because it's a digital product. Shipping, this is not a physical product. So I'll check that. This does not have multiple options because it's a digital product. And then finally, the SEO. So this is what folks will see when you are on social media and also on the search engine. So Google, Yahoo, Facebook, Twitter, when you get shared. So this is what people will see. You want to edit this. So from here, you want to make this the main keyword. So what will people search when they look for this? If you have a strong brand and people know you as Love Cookbook, then keep it like that. If not, then what kind of cookbook do you have? Is it a vegan cookbook? So you can say vegan cookbook. And then you can say something like the ultimate, or actually I'll say vegan cookbook, and then colon the ultimate plan. All right, I'll say vegan cookbook, the ultimate plan. And I can even put 2021 here. And in your description, you want to make sure that the title people are searching for will be there. So I think vegan cookbook is there. I think this is good. This includes, so I'll take away the instant downloads. That looks good right there. I'm using what's the thing called? Grammarly, by the way, to do this. And then URL and handle. This is what happens, what it shows afterwards. I would say Love's Cookbook. Actually, I'll put the vegan cookbook. I'll do that. So that is the term people are searching for. This term is known as a keyword. So basically my main keyword is vegan cookbook. And the way to find out if a lot of people are searching for this term is to go to a site called Google Keyword Planner. You can go there and you can type in the word vegan cookbook to see how many people are searching for that. And that's one way you can do that. But I'm sure a lot of people are looking for vegan cookbooks. That's a very popular term people are looking for, and I just provided that. So this shows on search engines, that's what they see. But this is different from what people will see when they actually go to the product page. The title for the product page in Shopify, this is what people will see. This is what people will see in the description. But when you share it on social media, they see this and this. So that is how that works. And the reason why it's different is because you want people to click on this. That's the biggest thing. You want people to click on it, because if people don't click on it, then there's no point. And yes, Charles Jackson's product, make sure that's checked. I forgot to do that. All right, I think I am done. And at the very end, change your product status from draft to active. So click save. And now your cookbook is active. Congratulations, you have done it. Now, if you're having trouble figuring out what to say in this cookbook, you can always go to Fiverr and type in Shopify product description. You can literally do that and then go through best selling, and you will find people, as long as it's level 1 and top rated sellers, you will find people who will be willing to write descriptions for your product. It's unbelievable. Fiverr, you can do anything. Fiverr and Upwork. But in this situation, Fiverr will work for you. All right, so that is set up. You do have your product set up now. Now, the final thing, however, is when people buy the product, how are they going to get the product itself? How are they going to get the PDF? And to do that, they need to download an app. And an app is like an enhancement to your store. Just like how apps are enhancements to your phones, or plugins are enhancements to a WordPress website, apps are enhancements to a Shopify store as well. So on the left side, click on apps, and then go to customize your store on the top right. And they keep changing the name of that button. I wonder if they're A/B testing that. So now that we're here, where is the search situation? They have been changing this. It's in the top right. Okay, there we go. There we go. Oh, that's pretty weird. Come on, Shopify. The app I'm looking for is called Uplinky. So click that, hit enter, and Uplinky should be there. There you go, digital downloads by Uplinky. I love this one more than digital downloads from Shopify, because Uplinky, you can add multiple files and it could be bigger than what Shopify allows. So digital downloads by Uplinky, click that. Click on add app, it's a free app. So once that is done, click on install app. Select your plan. On the right side, under free plan, click on activate plan. All right, so the next thing you want to do is you want to go to products and click on create my first product. Go to existing Shopify product, because we already created a product, and you're going to see your cookbook right there. Click on users product. Upload your file right here, and then look for the PDF version. So the .pdf version of your cookbook. Click on open and wait for it to finish downloading. Great, so that has been downloaded. This is the PDF file right there. And if you want to remove it, you click on delete, and that's that. Click on save. And the final thing you want to do is you want to go to settings on the left side. And underneath the maximum downloads, you want to go to 2 or 3. If you say unlimited, that means a person can download a file a limited number of times and give it to all your friends. You don't want to do all that. Just do 2 or 3 maximum downloads. That's fine. Don't do 1, because you may have an error and then you can't download it anymore, and then they'll be complaining. So 2 gives them another chance, and 3 is just the absolute maximum. All right. So from here, you can also make the order status page mode show loader while processing order, which is recommended. So I will do that. Keeps you more protected. And that's that. Click on save. And that is it. So once that is done, go to Shopify, go to products, and you'll see your product right there. Click on it. And to go back to the product page where you added your PDF, you go to more actions in the top, click on edit digital downloads. And that is that. We are here. So click on close. And we are good. Let's exit out of this to go back to Shopify. Let's go out of here to go back to Shopify. And if you want to see your product, click on preview on the top right here. And this is how your product will look like in your Shopify store. And these are all of the other things. And there's a way where if you highlight it, it will automatically zoom in. I'll show you how to do that a little bit later. But yep, this is how it will look like in your store. And you can order multiple quantities of the product as well. And that's that. So we created the main product that you're going to sell on Shopify, the main digital product. Congratulations. That's actually the hardest part to do. And you did it. You have your product. Now let's make the store more enhanced. We added an app that was called Uplinky that allowed us to do digital downloads. But there's some more apps that we need to add, and I'm going to show you which apps to add right now. And it's going to greatly enhance your store. We don't need too many apps, maybe about 6 or 7 of them, and I'll show you how to do that right now. Okay, so the first app to add is Uplinky. We already added it. Let's add some more apps. So go to apps on the left side, go to customize your store. All right, so once you do that, you want to go to the top right here and then type in Judge Me, judge.me. So for your Shopify folks, if you thought I was going to type in Luke's, I'm not going to do that. Luke's is great for physical products you can touch. For digital products, Judge Me works just fine. So go to Judge Me, click on Judge Me right here, add app. And if you need an example how to install it, there's even a video to show you how to do it, which is nice. I don't think that video was there before. So Judge Me is great because you need product reviews. That's the number one thing you need is product reviews. Luke's, Loox, is another one, but that's for picture product reviews, and that is good for physical products. Go to Install App. Reviews bring social proof. If you go on Amazon, there's a whole bunch of types of products on Amazon, but I'm sure you look at the price and then you look at the reviews and then you go from there. And that's how important reviews are. Judge Me Setup. Click on Install by Judge Me. Click Installation. That's fine. And where do you want it to be at? So you want it to be at as many places as possible. So click on Next. And what theme you want to do it on? Do it on your current live theme. Install Judge Me now. All right, so once that is done, you want to check out the widgets in your store. So click that link right there. I don't know if you saw that. And this shows the reviews that you have for your cookbook. And that is in your product pages. You can even see the reviews right there. And that is what Sarah Titus has on her page as well. Same thing, reviews right there. And the number of reviews. For us, it's right here. And that is what we wants. And the homepage, I'm sure it may, or we can't even tell because we didn't even set it up yet. But you also see it on the homepage as well. We will set up the homepage soon. All right, so once that is done, go back to the page. It says, yes, it looks great. All right, and then from here, you can customize your options. I'll probably do another video about Judge Me to see how it works. But really what you would do, and the most important thing is, let's go to let's go to settings. And timing and format. So what this means, the request timing is actually very important, is how many days after the person has gotten the product, should they get an email and saying, hey, we notice you have this product, send us a review and let us know how you feel. After 3 days, that's fine. And then for domestic orders, first review request goes to after order fulfillment. For digital products, we'll change this to 3. For every request, send out reminders every, let's say 5 days later. That's fine, because we definitely want to review. For international orders, since this is a digital product, it's a worldwide product, every 3 days. And actually, they send the request out every 7 days later. Let's do that. Domestic country is the United States. Or the review request would be sent out the same day the order was created. Let's give them a few days for them to know what's going on. 7 days later, that's fine. Actually, I do 5 days later. You want to remind them. Let's keep that as 5 days. All right, save free settings. The awesome, if you saw the ones that said awesome, like over here and over there, these are for the paid plans. Then go to conditions. So that's fine. Nothing to worry about right there. Email templates. So you can see how the emails will look like. If you look at the email dashboard, if you click there. So this is how your email template will look like, and you can only update it in the paid plan. And this is the default template. Give it a rating. This is another one where it says review now, and this is another one right here. I like this one because it lets you rate it right then and there in the email. That's perfect. You want to have less steps for them to review your products. So that's perfect. A/B testing. I guess you can do different email templates, I'm assuming. All right. And then that's that. And then notifications. So if it's just you or anybody else, you could put the emails to see when you have notifications. So every review, you have a new notification. Do you want to have that? If that is off, that means you will not get a notification every time somebody leaves a review. If it's on, you will get a notification every time somebody leaves a review. So that is definitely there. However, you can also split it and say that if you get a notification under, let's say, under 3 stars, so anything under 3 stars, you can have a notification to another email. Maybe it's like the founder or whoever it is, to let them know that, hey, this is very, 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 very urgent. But if not, then just leave it as 1 star and call it a day. But if it's 3 stars, then use another person's email right here and put it right there to another person's email to let them know, hey, this is a very urgent situation. It needs to be fixed. And that's actually very, very important. And then that's that. Save free settings. And really, if I want to get all notifications, I'll keep 1 star, and then that's that. And then there's the push out, and then there is the SMS, which means text message requests. Let me see text message requests. That can only be done with the awesome plan, which is the paid plan. And that is that. All right. That is Judge Me, the setup. Let's go to another app. So go to apps, go to customize your store. And from here, let's do search on the top. And now let's type in Klaviyo or Klaviyo. So Klaviyo is really good because it can get people's emails when you first sign up. You can join the email list if you want to. Klaviyo is a lovely, lovely email service. So Klaviyo, click that. Online stores, use this all the time, is actually a must for e-commerce stores, especially physical products on Shopify. Klaviyo is actually a must. And you can have welcome flows that send automated emails, because the normal Shopify email service, the one that's built in, you cannot send automatic emails. You can't send flows. I don't think you can. Install app. But with Klaviyo, you can. Great delivery. It works just as well as ConvertKit or any other email service provider. And that's that. So now create your Klaviyo account to connect to Shopify. So you would just use the same password you use for your Shopify account and the same Gmail account. And then this is to complete the integration. The main reason why we use Klaviyo is to do an abandoned cart sequence. If somebody goes and doesn't want to check out, they will leave, and that is known as an abandoned cart sequence or abandoned checkout sequence, depends how you call it. And I'll talk about that a little later on in this video. So I have Klaviyo set up. What I need to do is to have a sender email address. So that right there has to be the sender at company.com. So the sender at company.com. So to get the at company.com email, you can use the free or paid ways. I have an article that shows you how to do it the free way. That article is right here. I'm pulling up for my second screen. So how to get a professional email address today. There's 4 free and paid ways. And that is that. I'll link this in the description to show you how to get a professional email address. There's a free way and there's a paid way. For now, we're going to use the paid way to make this real quick and that is using what is called Google Workspace. So let's do that right now. So to add that email, you go to Workspace. Actually, I'll just go to google.com just to be sure of it. So go to google.com and then type in Google Workspace. And then go down and then go to workspace.google.com, which is the first one right here. All right, so now that you're here, do not click on this Get Started button. It's a trap. It's going to make you sign up for the $12 a month per user plan, and you can't get out of that. That's definitely a trap. What you want to do is go to pricing on the top, click that link, and you see the $12 a month per user. You don't want that. Go to $6 per month per user. So every user is a person who has like their first name at yourcompanyname.com or whatever the case is. So that's what you want. You want to do per user. That's the key for $6. Business name. My business name is the name of our store. This is what we call Love's Cookbook. Number of employees. Let's say just me. I'm in the United States. Say next. All right. So what's my name? Vic Oyedeji. And then my email address will be the Shopify email address that I have. Does my business have a domain name? Yes, I have one. Say yes. What's your domain name? It is lovescookbook.com. Use the domain to set up your account. Then make sure that my email is right. Loves Cookbook, perfect. It looks good. So say next. Say no thanks. Now, what username? So this is the first user that's going to pay $6 a month. But I do believe you do have a free trial. So I'm going to say support. Support at lovescookbook.com. That's a good one to have. Then password. So this support is my first user. And it's going to be my only user for now. So agree and continue. Now it's going to ask you for your payment plan. Try Google Workspace free for 14 days. So if you had clicked that Get Started button in the beginning, this would have said $12 per month per user, and you would not have gotten out of that. And that was a trap. But I took you away from that trap. Click next. All right, it's going to say review and check out. Boom, boom. And I need to have an address line. And then it's going to ask for my credit and debit card info. So once everything has been filled out, all right, we're good. So that's the email address I own. Support at lovescookbook.com. It's going to make me go through each step to make sure that the emails are actually going to be sent, because that's also very important. Go on next. All right, so let's set this up. Click on verify right here after the first step. And it's going to tell you what to do. Hit continue. All right, so it's going to ask you to do a TXT record right here. And right here, it recognized that I use Namecheap to get my domain name. And it's going to tell you exactly what to do. So it says the Namecheap site, sign in, and it's going to do that. Boom, 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 yada, yada. And then it's going to say to copy this record. So let me copy this. And then it's going to say to find your DNS record. And I'm going to show you where that is. You want to go back to Namecheap right here. And you might want to relog back in. So click on refresh this page right next to the address bar. Yep, because Namecheap logs you out really quick. So Love's Cookbook or whatever yours is. Go ahead and log in. All right, I'm back. So make sure you're on domain lists and then manage. And then go to advanced DNS tab right there. So from here, you want to add a new record. Yes, you want to add another record. And the type of record that it wants, I'm assuming it said a TXT record. I'm assuming it says TXT record. I think that's what they asked. So advanced DNS, add new record. So a TXT record. So add the @ in the host field. Where am I at? Where am I at? Sorry, a lot of tabs. So add the @ right here. And then the value, this is where you paste right here. That long thing that you're supposed to paste. TTL field should be automatic, and then click on Save Changes. Save all changes. So this just lets Google know that this domain name is actually owned by the person who's creating this. That's really what that means. So verify my domain. And I'll let you know when this comes back, but it should be quick, hopefully. All right, so I'm back. It is verified. We're good. Next is going to ask you to create your users. You don't have to do this right now because you only have one user. But if you have a co-founder and you want them to also have an account, you want to click on create. And you can have up to 10 users. But remember, it's $6 a month per user. So you have 10 users. 10 times 6 is 60. So you'll be paying $60 per month because it's $6 per user. And that's how they get you. So add new users to your team. If you want to add another user, you can go to add another user right here. First, last name, username, probably it's the first name. So Vic, or we have a co-founder. That's my wife's name, Charity. Whatever the case is, you can put it there. And then afterwards, click on save user. And that is that. So that is what you can do, and you can add up to 10 users. You go to continue. So I did not create another user, so it did not say check mark, but it is done. Don't let Google fool you. Next thing is go to activate. So this now lets Google send emails. So when anybody sends an email to support at whatever your domain name is, you would actually get those emails. So this is the validate part. So to do that, you got to go back to Namecheap, and you need to add what's called MX Records. And when you do MX Records, it's going to say to go to Gmail, and that's that. It's actually one of the easiest ways to do it. So go to Namecheap, and what you are doing is you're back in the Advanced DNS tab. You will scroll down until you see Mail Settings, and then you click on Mail Settings. Go all the way down until it says Gmail, and Save Changes. The end. That is it. And make sure it's actually saved. Once that is done, you will go to here and click on Activate Gmail. And it's going to take a little bit to check your records, make sure you're good. And that is what it shows. That is what Gmail needs. And it's going to eventually validate it. And it looks good, I think. Yep. So it's activated. All right. And it still shows to add new users, because they want you to create new users so they can pay more money to Gmail. But don't fall for that trap. You're done. And at the bottom, it says, or skip for now. Click that. All right. So you have created your account. It is done. Boom. So the way that you figure out where your emails are coming in is literally to go to gmail.com. And when you Gmail, click on add another account. And when you add another account, go to use another account and type in the support at whatever your domain is. Say next, put your password in, and it's going to ask you to accept, blah, 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 blah. Say no thanks. And this is now where you can see all of your emails. All right, got it. And you can even change this logo to your company logo in your admin console. And I'll show you where that is in a second. And this is where you can see support at lovescookbook.com. And that's where you can see all the requests that come in to your Gmail. And the final thing is, if you want to go to the admin console, to delete the trial, you want to go to admin.google.com. So admin.google.com to verify that is me, that is correct. And I actually want to, I think that's me. Let me make sure. This could be wrong. I think this is right. All right, there we go. So once you log in, and then it shows what account is going to be under Love's Cookbook. That is my account right there. And now this is my Google admin console. This is exactly what I'm looking for. So this is a different section right here. So to take away my free trial, you want to go to billing, subscription, and this is the free trial that's there. Click on that, Google Workspace Business Starter, and $6 per user per month. And all I gotta do is click on cancel subscription, and that subscription is a goner, is out. So that is that. And then finally, if you want to add that logo like I was talking about, you want to go back to the home page, and you want to go to account settings, and then personalization, your logo. You set your logo right here. So that's the logo that was showing. I don't know if you can see it or you can't see it, but that was what it was showing originally. And then you make your logo right there. You set it there and make sure it is a PNG that is 320 by 132. Just go to Canva, create a new image that's 320 width by 132 height, and then create your logo right there. And then click select file to upload. Actually, show this logo on all user created classic sites. That's fine. And that is how you can change that. All right, let's go back to Klaviyo once that is done. So Klaviyo, you want to put the email I just bought. So the reason why I had to do this, because if I use the Gmail, then the Klaviyo emails would not send. Likely they would not send because of spam laws. So it had to be a professional email address that had your domain at the end. Once that is done, go to continue. Did all that just to fill in that space. So afterwards, you would then check out your email template. You can make your links to brand color if you want to, like make it red. So you can do that. That's not red. There we go. And then your buttons, you can make your buttons blue, or you can make it red, or you can make it another color. And that's basically it. And go to continue. And what is your goal? You get to say I'm just exploring. Go to continue. And then it's going to ask to verify your account. So you go back to Gmail, refresh this page. I think I got out of this page. Let me see. So Love's Cookbook, yep. So I'll be waiting for an email from Klaviyo. That'll come soon. Oh, there we go. Confirm your Klaviyo email. Basically missed that. Go there, confirm email. And now I am in Klaviyo, and this is where I can send automated emails, automated flows. Lovely, lovely, lovely service. But I just wanted to show you how to install that. And let us get out of here and let's go back to more apps. So we'll go back to Shopify. Let's refresh this page, and Klaviyo should be there. Oh, there it is. So let's add another app. And like I said, the reason why we're using Klaviyo is really for abandoned cart emails. But let's go back to add an app. And now let's search for PostScript SMS. So Klaviyo is going to be sending abandoned cart emails. So if somebody goes to the cart and leaves the cart before actually buying the product, they would get an email saying, hey, you forgot the product. We'll set that up a little bit later. However, email has a 30% open rate, which means 30% of the people who get the email actually open it. But text messages get about 90% open rate, which means 90% of people who get a text message will open it up. And you want to have that as well. So PostScript SMS marketing, you can go there, click that, and then go to add app. And you can see what this does right here. Free plan available. This is actually a great one to use. Free to install for 30-day free trial. Has everything included. If you want 25,000 credits, 2,500 credits, it's $25 a month. And that is that. So add app. And these things may cost money. Like, for example, Klaviyo is free for up to 250 emails, but it is free. But if you have 250 emails, you should be able to make money off of 250 emails if you are sending them good value and you eventually send them a digital product or whatever. 250 emails can still make you a lot of money, even if 30% of people open it. So just think about the investment that you're putting in and your return on investment. But it'll be a great investment, and make sure you click install app. But it will be a great investment once you already have a crowd, which is the key. Already have a crowd. Don't just make something up and then just hope a crowd comes, unless you're doing drop shipping. And if you're doing drop shipping, which basically means that somebody buys a product from your store, but you don't actually own the inventory, the supplier owns it. And when somebody buys a product from your store, the supplier sends it directly to the customer, bypassing you. Those drop shipping stores, the way that works is you must have a product in demand. So even still, there is still demand. There's still a crowd. You need a crowd or demand before you create a Shopify store. And all these things, these apps, they're great investments, and we go from there. They even give you a lead magnet so you can be a repeat customer. But click on the X on the top, and it's going to show you how to set up. Go to continue, and it's going to ask you for your name and stuff like that. And for your email address, at some point, I should just copy and paste this. And it's going to ask you for your phone number. Bunch of questions. How did you hear about us? Recommended by a friend and colleague, believe it or not. What's your main goal for installing? Poking around, primary industry. I am in, this is food and drink. And yes, there is a terms of service. Continue. Then it's going to ask you about compliance. Watch the video. It's actually very, very important. All they're basically saying is don't spam the person.
TCPA compliant.
All they're saying is that don't spam the person. The end. Once you're done, click that. Boom. And then there is the terms of service. It says update your terms of service. And I'm assuming this is what you need to add to your terms of service. I think that's really smart to do. And that's how you update the terms of service under the legal section. You can click that. I'm assuming it appears at another page, and you put this text in your new terms of service for text messages. Love it. Click continue. And your privacy policy, same thing. And I'll show you how to add your privacy policy in terms of service later on. So click that. And then change your branding. You can have your logo right there if you want to. So I can change my logo to, where's my logo at? Store logo. Loves Cookbook. Let's do that. That's fine. I guess that's fine. And I could change my button color, button text. I think I could leave it like this. Perfect. Hit continue. And what do you want to do? I would say lookbook subscribe and then get $10 off keyword. I would say loves Cookbook 10. So this is for people to subscribe and grow your subscribers list. And it's going to tell you to try it out and see how it works. You can just go through this. And what kind of automation do you want? I only want abandoned cart. That's it. My whole point is to do abandoned cart emails. Sorry, abandoned cart SMS. And I can get out of all this if I want to. I don't need to build a list like that. No subscribers will be collected. That's cool. Although you can get this open, but I'll just do that. This is really for abandoned carts. Really from here, all you would do is you want to go to automations on the left side, and then you want to do abandoned cart. It's enabled, and then you want to edit this. Basically, when somebody leaves the checkout, how long do you want to wait? I say you probably wait 1 hour. You left something behind, get 10% off your coupon. You can do this if you want and save automation. This has a very, very good thing, and you can see what it looks like on the right side right there. You can see how it looks like right there. And you can even add your own coupon right here. And I'll show you how to add your own discount coupon in Shopify. So you can remove this and add your own coupon like loves 10 off. So loves 10, you can do that. And that's 10% off. And I don't like to do percent. I actually like to do dollars because people know dollars more than percents. So like $10 off or $5 off, not 15, $5 off. Well, you can do 15 if it's an expensive product. And then just do that. And once that is done, you would go to save automation on the bottom right here. Automation saved. Boom, the end. That is how that works. Very, very simple. Boom. I know it took a while for that, but yeah. All right, let's add another app. Let's get out of here. So if I was to refresh this, there we go. All right, let's add another app, customize your store. So this is an app that you don't have to install, but it's very good to have. This app allows you to save backups of your store. So go to backups. So type in backups. And it is called Rewind Backups is what it's called. That's what I'm looking for. And it's even right here too. So there's a video that shows how to back up Shopify or Rewind. You can definitely watch that if you want. And this allows you to back it up. You get $3 a month for up to 20 orders a month, daily automated backups, unlimited file storage, and 1 year of history. I definitely recommend you get something like this if you have a store. You have a 7-day free trial. That is that. But I definitely 100% recommend you do a backup. You add that app and you install it. I do 100% recommend you have that. Since this is a test account, I'm not going to do it now. But once you do backups, you got to have a peace of mind on that. All right, let's go back to the App Store by clicking the logo. And then another app that you want to have is called Photo Resize. So you want your photo sizes to be as lean as possible. That is very, very important. You want your thing to be as lean as possible. So Photo Resize right here, that's what you want. So automatically resizing replaces all your product photos, so it can make your site run fast. You definitely want a fast Shopify site. If it goes slow, people are leaving. You don't want customers to leave. You don't want customers to leave. So it's free to install. Then it's 5 cents per image after the first 50 images. And then boom, boom, boom. You probably want to do maybe $4 a month, but really 50 images, that's all you need. So it's a free, basically a free app if you don't put a lot of images on your thing. But if you have a big store and you have a lot of SKUs or SKUs or basically a lot of variations of your product, you may need the $4 a month plan. Install app. All right, and it's going to ask you to analyze the top images. So let's see what you got. And that's that. They are analyzing your images and you will get an email once they are done. Let me see if I got an email yet. I don't have an email from them. So it will be a minute before they will finish this, but I can leave and get out. So if I go to my apps page, I now have 5 apps that are there. There is another app I'm going to install later on, or I could install. It's called the Facebook app. I can definitely install that, and that will be a little later. And the Facebook app allows me to install a pixel on my page, a Facebook pixel, which basically collects some information about my users, not the name, but like your Facebook profile page, and boom, boom, boom. It allows me to retarget you, and that's what that is. It sounds kind of creepy, but that is how people send targeted campaigns using Facebook ads. Getting info of the people who went to your website is really, really nice, but they don't take your social security or your credit card or anything like that, so it's not too intrusive. If it was, then Facebook would have been in trouble years ago. But that was that app. And then if you want to do, let's do one more app. I'm not going to install this, but if you wanted to do customer service and you have like a lot of people that comes to your store, then you would type in Zendesk. And Zendesk is a good app that allows you to do customer service. And you would just use the support at your domain name. So my situation, support at lovescookbook.com. And I would just use Zendesk for me to track my support team, and that's that. But I'm not gonna do that here. And it looks like I am good. I've installed basically all the apps I needed to install. So I know that was a pretty long one, especially the Klaviyo and then getting your own Gmail, your professional email account through Google Workspace, I meant. And then there is the text message sequence that we installed. So I knew that was a while, but these are things that you need to set up so you can be good, especially the abandoned cart, because there is the front end of people who are joining your site from your social media and from your email list. That's the front end folks who are coming in. And then there was the back end folks. Those are the folks who left the website because they wanted to go check out and they couldn't check out. And I think a study showed that 85% of people who go to the cart don't actually check out. So you want to send them emails, and I'll show you how to do that in Klaviyo in a little bit. But you want to send them 1 or 2 emails to let them know, hey, you forgot your item. And you also want to send them a text message as well, so they get an email and a text message. It's like omnipresence. And when that happens, half of them, or at least maybe even 10% of them, will go back and buy again. And even if 10% goes back to buy again, that's still 10% of people who you would have lost. That's the back end. That's that. There's even welcome flows where people sign up to your email list when you first join, when you go to the site. And then there is, I guess the welcome flows. There is the abandoned checkout. And then there is the people who bought your product. I forgot what it's called now, but the folks who bought your product, and just re-educating them and then just making them excited. You probably give them a coupon for the next order, because it's much easier to sell to an existing customer than it is to acquire one. Because it's much easier to sell to an existing customer than it is to acquire one. Because it's much easier to sell to an existing customer than it is to acquire one. So getting a new customer is much harder than making a repeat customer buy again, because they already trust you, they know what you're about, they probably told their friends. And so that back-end email part is so important. So that's why that video was pretty long. All right, now let's create pages, the pages that we need, which is the contact and about page. Let's create those, and then let's add it to our menu item, and then we will create the home page and fix that up, and then we will almost be done. All right, so let's keep going. All right, so let's add some pages. To add a page, you want to go back to Shopify and go to online store on the left side, and then go to pages. And let's add a new page. The first page you want to add is called contact. So add a contact us page. So let's type in contact. That's that. All you can say is to contact us, email, and then put your email. In this situation, be support at Love's Cookbook or whatever your email is. So that is that. Easy peasy simple. Another thing you can do is you can go to contact on the right side and has its own type of review that is there. Another thing you can do is look at your competitors. Let's look at Sarah Titus. What does she do for contact? Does she have a contact page? She does. So her contact page, it says, please fill out form. It responds to you. The normal hours of that. So you can definitely use as a great template. And then she has a section of frequently asked questions. So there could be a page of frequently asked questions right there if you want. And then she has a contact form at the bottom right there. You can use some of these frequently asked questions and then go from there. It's really, really good. You may not need to use that. Private coaching, don't do that. And then, so she has a frequently asked questions section right there. That's pretty smart. But it also says our normal office hours. So I can say that. I can copy that really and then go back. And I put this in the very beginning. So paste that. And take away the smile. And let me see what she has. Does she have a contact page? She does have a contact page. And it says for all inquiries, email that. Boom, easy. So you can do that as your contact us page. All right. And because I made the template go from the default page to contact, if I was to save this, I would say view your online store. So this is how the contact page will look. And it has that form that is right there, which is very similar to what Sarah Titus had right here. And that is how you contact right then and there. So if you have that kind of form that is there, there's no point to put this email right there. So you can take that out and go back to your contact page and refresh the page. And that is how it looks like. Easy. All right, so let's go back. Let's add a new page. Let's go back and go to add page again. And let's add a page that's called frequently asked questions. If you want to, you can also add a frequently asked questions and you'll say, I'll say, here we go. And what does Sarah Titus do? I like her situation. So she put all hers like that. My download link has expired. Can you send them to me? You don't want to copy this word for word, but shoot, she basically has what I'm looking for. And in the formatting, let me make this heading 2. Or maybe heading 3. It's probably too big. Heading 3, can you send it to me? To answer, I would say you have 2 free downloads per order. And what does Sarah Titus say here? She probably said, yeah, it's set to expire for 90 days. Okay. Then it says, if you can't make it happen, my fault. I'm trying to edit the PDF. It's saying I need a password. You can't edit PDF. And boom, boom, boom. So you can do this. So make sure that this part, the format is probably going to be heading 3. And then there's text right here. You can do that. I can save that. And you can always update the FAQ every time. And let me see how it looks like if I view the page. Yeah, so that's how it looks like. Okay, I can make that a heading 3. I can just keep going. So basically every question I have, so basically what I would do is I would ask the question and answer, and then question, and then answer, and then question, and then answer. And then all the questions, I'll highlight those and then make that a, there you go, make that a heading 3 and make that capitalized. So I actually want to capitalize question. And then question here, do the same thing, capitalize question, and then answer, and then highlight those, make that heading 3, and do the rest for everything else. And that's all you need to do. Click save, done. Next, go back. And you want to have an about page. This is also a very important page because it lets people know the story. So the about page, what does Sarah Titus do? I don't think she has an about page actually. Yeah, she doesn't have an about page. You should already know who that person is from the channel where you look at them at. So if you find them through the email list or through a blog, that's how you find them. That's their about page. But if you want to add an about page, you can say, this is what we are about. I think So This is a Vegan has an about page. And she does at the very top. I'm over here neglecting that. So it has who she is, it's her face, who she is, and what she's about. And why she created the store. So in that situation, I would add an image to do what she did. Let me add an image. So go to upload file. And let's upload an image of myself. All right, let's use this image. Click on the image. Alt text, I'll say my name. That's that. And image size, let's make this medium. Let's do that. Click insert image. That looks good. And then it says Love's Cookbook was started by Vic Oyedeji while making this video. Boom. Don't judge me. All right, that's that. Another format that you can do is to do a question answer. So one of the pages I like that she does, this is Greta from Drop Bottle. It's one of her multi-million-dollar Shopify pages. She has a page called Drop Bottle. This is from Greta Van Riel, or Real. I don't want to say her last name wrong. I feel bad. All right, so you want to go to About Us. There it is. And that's Greta right there. And right here, this has a problem, solution. This is really good for products. And it's really good to show how it helps the environment. This is a pop-up from Optin Monk. Wow, okay. I know Klaviyo has those too as well. So you can do that as well. That's another good format. I know Oprah used one of her products as one of her favorite things. And that's that. So you can always update this later. It doesn't have to be perfect. Perfection is the enemy of progress. What? I had to learn about that recently myself. It was a hard lesson. Let's go back. So I have about, frequently asked questions, and contact. So let me add some more pages. So one of the pages I want to add is, where is my legal page? So get there, go to settings and legal, settings and legal. So you have a refund policy, privacy policy, and terms of service and shipping policy. Refund policy, you would say there are no refunds since this is a digital product. And then put a smile, boom, the end. So that's a refund policy. The privacy policy, you can create this from template. So click on create from template and its privacy policy text automatically appears. So it has all that. I can go down, terms of service page. I create this from template and this is how it looks like. That's fine. And then click on save to save all this. And then I will go to apps if I'm using the SMS app. So I will go to Photo Resize. No, sorry. I will go to PostScript SMS. They both start with a P. Threw me off. All right. So once that is there, you want to go to your name and then compliance guide on the right. So on top right, your name, compliance guide. And you want to update your terms of service. So once that is there, this is where you would actually put your company name and add all that. So once that is there, you would just go and click here and drag and drop all the way, not all the way to the bottom, but until this whole section ends right here. And then once that is done, right click, copy, and then go back to where am I at? So take away that, and even that. And where is my Shopify store? All right, let me go to settings and then where is it at? Settings, legal. All right, and then I was doing the terms of service. So at the bottom of terms of service, I will enter this and then right click paste. It has all this information that is there for text message. Boom. And I'll actually call this section 21. All right, I can do that. And then company legal name, I would add, what is it? Love's Cookbook. I could even bold that if I want to. And that was Command B if I wanted to do that. And at the very bottom, it would add actual information, or actually didn't. And then that is that. And then save. And then go back to this. And then privacy policy, same thing. I will then highlight all this. And what this does is if you get sued, you will be protected. You always want to be protected. You always want to be protected. All right, so you go back to your store, go to privacy policy. Right here at the very bottom of the privacy policy, you want to click on this and then click on that and then do that. All right, and then from here, you put your company name, your address, and your email. You put that over there at the very bottom. And then if you go up, I think there's a section right here. You highlight that and then make this, I want to say, probably heading 2. And then that is that. Click on save. And you are legally protected when you send text messages, which is very important. Very important. Let me go back to my email. Looks like my analysis is complete in my promotion section. So it shows the things that need to be resized. So let me continue resizing. Click here. So this is the app that made me do the photo resize, which makes my store go faster. It's going to ask to resize my thing. It says to resize it. So resize the images. I probably should have done this until I finished setting up my store. But yeah. All right. So I can leave this page and I get another email once this is done. All right. So now let's go to the online store. We want to go to navigation. So we're going to add menus right now. It's time to add some menus. So the main menu is the section that's the top. So this top right here is the main menu. And the bottom right here is the footer menu. So the footer menu is the bottom right here. The top right here is the main menu. And then here is the collection that she has. So different types of like categories. In Shopify, they call them collections. That's another menu you could put there. But in Shopify, let's do the main menu. All right. So main menu, let's click that. And the main menu has 2 items. It's called home and catalog. If I was to right click and open this eye, you can see it says home and catalog right here. That's the side. So that actually is the main menu. So that's the main menu right there. So for this theme, the main menu is actually on the side. Sorry about that. The main menu is over here. And then the footer menu is over here for this particular theme. I completely forgot about that. So I want to change this. So let me remove this. And I'll keep the home thing right there. That's fine. So add menu item. And I want to, let's do about. Let's call that menu item about. And then what is it going to show? We create a page. So go pages and about, boom. And that's that. And then contact, we could put a contact right here if you want. And actually, I would not put contact. Let me put frequently asked questions, FAQ. So put that right there. And then my link will be a page I created. And FAQs, that was the name of the page, add it. And that is that. Now I could eventually add like different collections, like different, so if I go collections, I can have different collections and put that all on the side. And that's what Sarah Titus did. And the way to create a collection is to go to products and it's collections right there. So that's how you do that. But we're not going to do that now. But I'm just showing you that's how you do it. So go to say menu. I'm just showing you that's how you do it. So after that's done, let's go to the footer menu. And what Sarah Titus has is she has multiple footer menus. So she actually has 1, 2, 3 different menus. She has a connect menu, an information menu, and a categories menu. So this is all of her collections. This is information. So these are all different pages. And this is her contact. This is the page. This goes as an external link to go to her Pinterest page. And this is her Shopify page. This is also an external link. I'm going to show you how to do an external link right now. So I'm actually going to create 2 different menus. That's what I'm going to do here. And you'll see what I mean in a second. So footer menu, click on that. And so now let's do a footer menu, and let's call this footer menu 1. And delete the search. I don't want to see that. So go to add new menu, and let's say this is about, say pages, about, add new menu again, contact. So now we're putting the contact right here, and then pages and contact. Add, the last one is, let's add frequently asked questions here. So frequently asked questions, and let's go to pages, and let's do frequently asked questions. And if I want to do like blog, so let's say I had a blog that was called the Loves Cookbook blog. You want to go there, let's say the blog, or I would say main blog. So you want to use an external website. An external website is a website that is not on the store. ESPN.com, SI.com, CNN.com, whatever that is, these are external websites. To go to an external website in this situation, when you click on this, you just type in the web address that is there. And to figure out what yours is, you just go to your site, you will right click and then copy, and then go back here and then right click and then paste. That's that, for example. Afterwards, you would click the little square arrow, and that actually saves it. That's very, very important. Then add it. Then it saves. So when somebody clicks there, it will go to whatever website you want to go to. Save menu. And now let's add one more footer menu. And to do that, we'll go to add menu, and we will call this footer menu 2. Or you can call this company, whatever you want to call this, because this is going to be like company links or legal links. So menu items, first one, let's go to where we at. Policies, that's what I'm looking for. Policies and refund policy, make that the first one. Add. Second one, you want to go back to policies. So check this out. If you don't know what name you want to use, you're going to go to link, go to policies or page, whatever the case is. Let's do privacy policy right here. And the name automatically updates, and you can update the name of the menu item itself. Not the page, but the menu item. So go to add and go to menu item one more time. Link, policies, terms of service, add. And I can even put terms of service right here to not confuse the policies right there. And then go to save menu. Boom. All right, so now I have 3 menus that are available. I have the main menu, the footer menu 1, and then the footer menu 2. All right, so now let's go to the customizer. To do that, you want to click on the word online store, and then you want to go to customize. So we'll be back in the customizer, and we're going to be here updating the site. So from here, you can automatically see that it has been updated. The menu item has been updated automatically. And to change that, you'll go to sidebar. You go down, and the sidebar, what menu do you want to use? It's automatically using the main menu. You can change that. So let's change the menu, and you can make this, footer menu 2 or footer menu 1. But we're going to make this the main menu. You can even create a new menu if you want to from here, and it goes back to that old menu page that we just came from. That is that. So that's the header or the main menu. The footer menu, what is that? What's there? So what you want to do is click on the X, go back to sidebar, and then go to footer on the bottom. And that's the footer menu. And what does it show? Oh, sorry, the footer menu is down here. Sorry about that. And you can even show the payment icons or remove it. I'll keep it there. That's fine. And the footer menu, there are multiple blocks. So to change this, let's add another block right here. And we'll call this a menu block. From here, it's called links. Let's change this link. So if I click that, and let me call this navigate. Let's call that. And then what menu am I going to use? Footer menu 1, select. So these were the navigation items right there. Let me get back, and you can see it's in the bottom right there. And let me put this navigate up to the top. Let's make that first. Boom. The second thing will be the links. So let me actually update that by clicking the word links. And let's call this company. What menu am I going to use? Let me change this. Go to change menu, Footer menu 2, select, and that's that. And then the final thing is going to be the ability for people to join the email list. So instead of you saying subscribe, you can say join us. So you click this, actually you go back, newsletter sign up. You can say that, stay updated with us. You can do that and then subscribe, and then it will go to the Shopify email list. Or if you use Klaviyo, you can automatically integrate. So anytime somebody signs up for a list, Klaviyo will automatically know who you are and it will get those emails. All right, and that's that. So you can keep that there if you want. Another thing you can do is you can just add text and say who you are and call that a day. So for example, I can add a block. Actually, not add a block. Let me remove this block. So click this and then remove block on the bottom left. So the block is gone. And then let me add a block. Let's add this as text. And I can say who we are. So Love's Cookbook. And I will say we are the best vegan book online. Over 20,000 downloads. It's really good social proof. Over 20,000 downloads. I won't say the best. We are one of the best vegan cookbooks online. Over 20,000 downloads. Boom. So that's Love's Cookbook. And that is there. So you will put that there if your store is more like So Deliciously Vegan or Ceratitis. Ceratitis doesn't even have a way you can get people's emails, but you can get it while you check out, and especially after you check out. So the way Ceratitis has it is anybody who checks out the page will automatically get an email. And she actually offers a lot of free items. And when she gets the free items, she automatically get those emails. So that's one way to do it. If you don't want that there and you want to have the email that is there, you can actually take away the text. So click on Love's Cookbook, click remove block, then add block, and then newsletter sign up, and that's back. And you can do that if you want. I actually recommend you not do that for digital stores and then just get people's emails of folks who actually got your digital product. I would just do that. So be in the know. So you can do that. Now, if you have a physical store, I recommend you have a newsletter sign up. I 100% recommend you have that. Digital products a little bit different. I know people are going to dispute me on that, but yeah, it's all right. So that is the header and the footer done. Save. Call it a day. Whew. We're almost to the finish line. Now let's update the home page. Let's quickly do that. And we will use a simple formula that almost always works. And let's do that for our home page. And then we're at the home stretch. And let's keep going. We are at the customizer section. So we are going to update the home page. But just in case you need to come back, just go to your dashboard, go to online store. And once you're there, go to customize. Boom. We are here. All right, so the first thing you want to do is this right here, this header announcement bar. That's what it is. You can show that here. You can take that away. So in your announcement bar, you can say something like 20% off, or actually $10 off all items until, let's say, a month later. So this is September right now, so October 2021. So $10 off our items. And the way that you would do that is you would then go to the discount section in Shopify, and I'll show you what that is, and then just do a store-wide discount. That's basically what you would do for all items for $10 off. And you would do it until October 1st, 2021. So October 1st, 2021. You can do that. All right, that is there. Get out. And you can also look at what other people are doing as well. So summer sale, use code, boom, boom, boom. She even has the code for checkout right there. And I'll show you how to do that in a little bit. Moving on away from the header. I think I've beaten the horse too long. I hate to use that analogy, Peter. My fault. All right, so the next thing is what you put here. Ceratitis has what's known as the main image. So really the formula for this to work is you have your main image. You have the call to action that says click here. But you have your main image. And then you have what your product is about. So you benefit with your photo, and then you just have either your product collection or the photo itself, and then all your reviews at the bottom, the end. That is literally it. Let us do that. I like how So Deliciously Vegan has hers. She has the main background, and then she has the product. What I would do is I would have a benefit of why this cookbook is what it is. And then there is the photo right there. That's the product. That's good. If it's a collection of products, she could put the collection of products there. And then in the bottom, she probably put reviews. That is there so people can know what it is. And that's it. The end. But she has 2 million followers on YouTube, so she's doing her thing. All right, so let's go to image slide, this first image. So I don't want a slideshow. I want a regular image. So to do that, go to add section. So featured banner. Let me put that there. And I want to put this at the top. So let me drag this to the top like that. So I'm going to click on this thing on the side, drag this to the top, and featured banner. So what do I want to put there? So there's a few things you can do. One of the things you can do is you can go to Fiverr. I almost forgot the name of the site. So you go to fiverr.com, and if you're not an artistic person at all, you just type in Shopify banner image. So Shopify banner image, you would type that in, you would sort by best selling, and then go to seller details, top rated seller, and level 1. There's only 9 top rated sellers, so level 1. So all new sellers are like this, and then to go from new seller to level 2, you have to have some sales and some reviews, some business going, and then from level 2, level 1, and then top rated. So I like to get the top. Yes, rich get richer, that's facts, but it is what it is. So Shopify banner image. So I will design a Shopify or Etsy store banner. Look at the ones that have the most reviews. It looks like that is what it is. We're not doing drop shipping, but yeah, look at a Shopify e-commerce banner. That looks pretty good. And then you click on that. And you probably might want to go the premium version. So you can get 6 banners. And you can look at what they did right there. It looks like this was made in Canva, but you can have that, and that will be your main banner image. You can also have a square image as well, which looks really good for phones. And that is how you can go from there, and it will give you size variations and stuff like that. And all right, so that is how you do that. And how many orders do they have in queue? They don't have a lot of orders in queue, so you up next. Looks good. So that's the first thing I would do if you don't know how to create your own image. You just pay $20 or around that amount for a banner, and that is that. And you probably want to add the picture of your cookbook there. Second thing you can do is to go to unsplash.com. Unsplash, man, they really came out of nowhere and became the best place for people to get images. All right, so let me type in cookbook. And what cookbook do I want to use? I want to have an image that is left and right. I guess they call that landscape. That's what I'm looking for. I want to have a landscape image. And I'm just going to choose a random one right now. That looks really good, actually. Use that. All right, so I have that. And then go to, on the right side, click on medium. And let's use, on the store logo, you can have another folder that says website images. But let's say banner image, cookbook. I can use that. And then from there, let me actually go back here. I went to featured banner, clicked on that. And then image, let me do that. Go to upload and go to cookbook files. Is that where I went to? Or was I in logos? There we go. That's where I was. And the app that I have, the Photo Resize app, will actually resize this eventually. So I'm not too worried if it's going to slow down my site. All right, that is it right there. Click on select. And I can edit the alt text. So I can edit that. That's pretty good. Let's say loves cookbook banner image. So you should have at least the name of your site there so people can know who you are. And then where does this link? Let's say this links to my product page. So products, and then go to product right there. So I think this links to my product page. That is that. All right, so that's what I can do here. Perfect. Get out. Now, unfortunately, for this theme, I need to have a call to action. Other themes, the call to action would be a button, would be there. But for this theme, it looks like they are not going to have that. So to fix that, I want to go to Canva and let me create a new design. And what size was that photo? That was a pretty big photo. This was 1920 by 1523. All right. Create a design, 1920 by 1523. Go to custom size, 1523. 1920 by 1523. All right, that's it. And then go to uploads, upload media, device. And let me use this. Just upload it. That's there. And then make this bigger. Boom. And then I would say, so let me add some text. So we go to text right here. And let me use, this is about to be, so you use graphic design, click that. All right. And then click that, ungroup, and then remove that, and that. And I would say, I would say get the cookbook. Get the cookbook. Or I actually have a better benefit than that. That's actually pretty bad. But Sarah Titus has daily planner as all this. And I may say, okay, so I may say, what I want to put. So click this right here and then click on right click copy and then click away, right click paste, and it doubles it, put that in the bottom. And then I would say 20 plus pages. And then do that, make this font smaller. Bring it out. And then do a call to action. Call to action here says, nope, there's no call to action there. What does Dropbottle have for the call to action? Call to action is the button that is going to make them click. So shop now. So that's what they had. All right. So let me add an element. So go to elements on the left side. On the lines and shapes, go to see all. I could use this. They're not completely squared. All right, so I can use that. I will use a color that is in the photo. One thing Canva can allow me to do is use a photo to the color, a color that's in the photo. All right, I can do that. And then add some text. And let me see what Dropbottle had. So shop now. So it was in lowercase. And I'm assuming it was the same font. It was the same font. All right, so let me actually click on 20 plus pages. Click on that, right click, copy, go back, right click, paste, and put that in here. And double click this, make the text white. So click on that, the A, make it white, perfect. All right, let me see, boom. And, all right. Takes a minute to get used to this. Actually, I need to send it this, that's the problem. There you go. Send it to text. And make this a little bit smaller still. And I would say shop now. Use the same call to action. All right, getting somewhere. It's out of nowhere. It worked out. Let's say I could have had it. All right, she left aligned it with everything else. So to do that, let me click on the text. Then let me shift click and click on the background of this. And then go here and then go to group. So now these are grouped. All right, shop now. I think that is great. I can roll with this. So go to download. Actually, before I download it, let me change this on top. And I would say loves cookbook banner real image. All right, I can just do that. Boom. Download now. And I probably may make that cookbook. Well, I can't do that now, but it'd be nice to make that image be the image of my cookbook cover. But that's another battle for another day. Let me just do this now. All right, that's there. Let's go back to Shopify. Let's go back. All right, so I'm on featured banner. And let me actually change this image. So change this, remove image, and then select image, and then upload. And where's this image? Right there, perfect. All right, that's that. And that's how it looks like. So let me select it. Go to edit all text. I'll call it the name of the book, cookbook. And I would say shop now to know what the image is about. That's all text. All right. And that is that. So that means if somebody was to click on this image, not just the button, but the image itself, the whole image, they will go to products, and then it will go to the product that I have. And that is that. That's what I want. Next, you will have the benefit as well as what it does. So you would have the benefit with a photo. So let me add section, and I'm looking image with text. That's what I'm looking for right there. And let me put this up above to the top right there. And let me put something that is here. Let me put a benefit and click this image with text. You can change the image to go on the other side if you want. I'll probably do it like this. And then my heading, I would say recharge your life. So this is your benefit. So recharge your life. All right, I can do that. And then I would have an image right here on this side. This image will be over here. I will have an image of something. Maybe let's see what Sarah Titus has. So she has pictures of just her cookbook. I can do that. So let me go to, where am I at? Upload, cookbook files. Okay, I could use this. It's supposed to be a square image. So I may have to remake this to a square image or not. All right. So to make it to a square image, I would just go to Canva, and then I will make a new square image and then take the old image from that. And yeah, select, edit all text, Vic points, love, cookbook, benefit. So just say what it is. Don't be too fancy about it. All right. And then afterwards, I will have my product, which is the next slide. So product is there. So add section. Where's my product? Feature product. Thank you. Feature product. And let me put this up right there, and then click that and go to select product. Product is right there. Select. And that is what you want to see. Boom. All right. So you have this, recharge your life, the product itself. Obviously, this could be a better picture, but I'm just trying to show you something. Just trying to show you how this really is. And at the very bottom right here, you want to have your reviews. That is actually very, very important. If not, you need a testimonial. You either need a review or a testimonial, and you need to get that from somebody real quick before you even put it out. So for now, you can actually get away with this, but eventually you quickly need a review or a testimonial. I'm going to show more. Feature review carousel. So this is the Judge Me review section. You put that up right below the featured product, and this is where you get the reviews. And everything else, you can just click on the eye. So then put the feature review carousel right there on the top. Feature collection, don't need to see that. Don't need to see the map. And that is what everybody will see. So it will be the main call to action to shop now. It will see this page, and then it will see the product, and then eventually you'll have your review right there. Until you have a review, you want to move that away. And there's no section where you can add testimonials at the moment, unless you can just do rich text, and you can add a testimonial there from somebody's text. So you can say rich text, for example, and you can say, where's rich text? Yeah, you can say, I love this product. So I love this book. And you can say something like, this book changed my way of thinking about food. This book changed my way of thinking about food. And then you want to put the person's name. So for example, you can do that. So you want to put the first and the last initial, and you can even put in parentheses, I love this book. All right, I think we are good. I think we're good in the hood. So save it. And final thing you want to do is you want to look at it in mobile. Make sure it looks good in mobile because most people are going to see this on mobile phones. And these are your menu items. That looks pretty good. This is your main call to action. This is your image right here. Probably make it smaller. This is your product. This is your review. And this is what it shows. Perfect. All right. And then finally, if you want to change the font, you want to go to desktop, and you can even see how it looks like full screen, by the way. That's how it looks like on full screen. But you can go to desktop, go to theme settings. This is where you change the font and the colors. So if you want to change the colors, you go to typography, or the font. You go to typography, and then you can change the font to be something completely different, and you can choose whatever font you want. I recommend you don't make the font hard to read. That's all I'm going to tell you. Do not make the font hard to read. So this is the regular font. No, sorry, this is for the headings, I meant to say. So this is these type of fonts. That's their main headings. So that is the first one. And then the second one is the smaller font. That's the body text. So that's like stuff like this, all the menu items. That's the body text, the company, navigate, loves cookbook, that part right there. These are the headings. You can even type in font pairings on Google, font, F-O-N-T pairings, P-A-I-R-I-N-G-S, font pairings to see what you want. The base size, make sure it's at least 16px no matter what. And everything looks good. You can change this up if you want. You can add your social media, which is actually pretty important. Add your social media here, and you can do that. Your navigation, you can leave it as it is. Your fave icon, this is the image that people will see. This is actually pretty important to have. You would go to Canva, and you would make a square image like 512 by 512. So you can make a 512 by 512 image, and then you can just do like a L for Love's Cookbook. So you can make a red background, add a letter L, and then save it as a PNG, and then you bring it back here to here, you upload it, and this will show on the side of your browser tab. So if you look at your tab in your browser, you see those images, like I'm sure you probably see like a Shopify image or whatever image you see. That is how you change that image using a fave icon. And if you want it transparent, then you have to make the image either in Canva Pro or Photopia using the same 512 by 512 image. And that is really it, really. You can go back. App embeds, this is actually very, very new. I don't want to mess with this right now, but you can mess with this at your own time. That's with the Shopify 2.0 store. And then finally, I said I was going to show you how to make the product zoom in. So go to homepage products at the very top, go to default product. So this is the product page right here. And what you would do is you would go to product pages and zoom type right here, click on zoom in. So hover this, the zoom in would happen. That's what you want to see. And then go to save. So that's how it looks like if somebody was to zoom in. That's how it looks like so somebody can see this. So that's how that works. All right, and we have our homepage and our site set up. We're really, really almost at the finish line. I went to the right side and the top left. I went to the top left side actually. I click on exit. All right, so let's finish this up. We're gonna set up our taxes, go to the preferences page. We will publish the store, and then we'll fix the abandoned cart email sequence very, very, very quickly. And then that's it. You know, we're ready to go. So let's go ahead and do it right now. All right, let us set up the taxes. So I went back to the dashboard. I want to go to settings and then taxes. Where is settings, taxes? Right there. Let me set up my taxes in the United States. You want to set up the taxes in the state in which you are doing business. I'm sorry, the country in which you're doing business. I'm not a CPA, but that's the only thing I can tell you. I'm just telling you, you got to set up at least the taxes in the state in which you're set up. All right, so click sales tax. And I'm in North Carolina, or as Jodeci once said, North Kakalaka. So from there, I'm sorry. So from there, you want to go to sales tax ID. If you don't have a sales tax ID yet, then click on sales tax ID North Carolina. And this will show you how to do it. You go to the property revenue and then you go to the website, get a number, call them and say, hey, how do I set up a sales tax ID? Once you get that, you put that here, click sales tax. You don't need to do that right now to get started, but eventually you will need to do that at some point, especially before the end of the year. And yeah, you're not doing any shipping because this is a digital store. So get out of there. So you're collecting. And then for tax calculations, go to all prices include tax. Charge VAT on digital goods because this is a digital product. It will have a new collections called digital goods VAT tax. So click save. Boom. Final thing to do is to go to online store preferences. So go to online store and then go to preferences, which is at the bottom right here. And what do you want to call this homepage title? Let's call it Love's Cookbook or whatever you want to call it. But make sure it has what people are searching. Love's Cookbook. And I could say vegan cookbook. And make sure it's under 70 characters. So you want to have a term that people are searching, also known as your keyword. So this is what people are searching on Google. And in your description, you can say the best vegan or one of the best vegan cookbooks around, over 20,000 customers served, or actually over 20,000 downloads. Great benefits inside. Instant download. Boom. And you want to make your description, although it says 103 characters out of 320, you probably want to make it anywhere under 60 characters. So your social sharing image, what will be shown when you share this image? You would probably just use your logo. You can make it more professional and use a 1200 by 630 image. You can do that and make that in Canva, but I don't feel like doing that right now. And that's that. Your Google Analytics, this is actually very, very important. You do want to set up Google Analytics for your store. I'm going to do that right now because you need to know where your people are coming from. Although the analytics section does show you that in Shopify right here, it's a very, very good place, but Google Analytics is like more, it's more, let's say, more accurate. And at the same time, even if Shopify Analytics is also accurate, it's good to double check both sources. So to do this, you want to go in the new tab and type in Google Analytics. And when you're there, you want to go to Google Analytics right here after the ads. So when you're here, click on the blue button, the blue person, and make sure you're actually at the right account. That's fine. I'm right there. And then click on Start Measuring. So this is not a scam. That button actually works. All right, go to account name. I will say the name of the company. So in this situation, this would be Love's Cookbook. I can do that. And then go to next. And then property name. So now this is the actual name of your blog. So I will say Love's Cookbook blog. Sorry, not blog, store. So this is the name of your store, not your blog. This would be the name of the property. So an account can have multiple properties. That's all I can say. Account can have multiple properties. And then your time zone, I am in the Eastern time zone. You could put whatever time zone you want. Currency, US dollar, that's fine. Show advanced options. You want to click that. And then next to create a universal analytics property, make that enabled. Your website URL, this is the website URL of your actual website, not the lovescookbook.myshopify.com. No, not that one. You want to do lovescookbook.com or whatever your domain is. But you want to do it after the HTTPS. So if you have a www, put the www there. Boom. And make sure the HTTPS is there. And then click the final one, the one at the bottom I meant, create a universal analytics property only. Go to next. And then what industry am I in? I'm in the food industry. Food and drink. Yours can be different. Business size, it's only me, so 1 to 10 employees. And why am I doing this? I am doing this to measure lead generation and optimize my advertising costs and increase my conversions and measure content monetization. Analyze my online sales. That's actually what I'm looking for. I can really just select that, the online sales part, and that's it. But click create. And then it shows the Google Analytics Terms of Service Agreement. You can read this entire agreement if you want, but I'm not going to read it because I trust Google. And it sounds kind of sad, but yeah. Click I accept. You trust them too. You don't lie. So from here, my email communications, make sure everything is unchecked and save on the bottom left. Boom, boom, ba-doom, doom, 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 doom. All right, so when this pulls up, this is your tracking ID. This is what they created. So you actually want to go to where it says global site tag, that thing, and then double click all this where it highlights, and then right click, copy, and then go back, and then go to this place right here, and then right click paste. That code is there. And then from there, you want to click on save. But wait, you're not done yet. So once it's saved, then this new option will appear, and it says use enhanced e-commerce. And that is that. So how do you add enhanced e-commerce? Go to learn more, and it will tell you how to do it. All right. So enhance e-commerce tracking. So to turn on basic e-commerce tracking, you want to go to Google Analytics account, click admin, and then e-commerce settings. So where is that at? So your Google Analytics account, you want to go to admin, which is on this part right here. And you can actually go back if you saw that button I just clicked. You can go back and then go to e-commerce settings and then enable e-commerce. And then you also want to enable e-commerce reporting. I believe that's all you got to do. I could be wrong. Yeah, turn on enhanced e-commerce tracking. And it talks how to do it. Yes. Okay, cool. That's it. That's all I have to do. Save. And then go back to this thing. So turn on use enhanced e-commerce. Go to save. Okay. So that is saved. So now when you go back to your Google Analytics account, go on the house right here on the top left, go to home. And this will have the information of everybody who has reached your Google Analytics page. Active users means how many people are actually on the website. A user is a visitor. Let me say that again. A user is a visitor. It tracks your revenue, how much money you made, your conversion rate, and then your sessions. So sessions is how many people have gone to your website. So if I went on YouTube and I went on 10 videos, that is one session because I'm the only person there. Although I have 10 page views, but I only have one session. So page views and sessions are different. Sessions is how many times they've gone on the site within a day or within a period of time. And page views is how many pages they actually viewed in a particular site. So if I went to 10 different videos, that's 10 different page views with one session. Conversion rate, that's there. Revenue, how much money I made. I don't know how to track conversion rate when it comes to this situation. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah. How do you acquire users? Where did they come from? Did they come from social media? It's very, very important to see where they came from. How many active users have been trending over time? So how many people you got? How well do you retain your users? This is basically a cohort analysis. A cohort means a group of people. So how many people that have been retained through a period of time as time has gone? And where or when do they visit? So the time of day do they visit? You can set this to be 30 days, last 7 days, last 90 days. 30 days is pretty good. What country do they come from? Very, very important. What device they use? Do they use tablet, mobile, or desktop? I bet you the majority is going to be mobile. And then what pages do they visit? So you can see the number of pages or the pages that they visit. It's probably the home page and maybe the about page. You might be surprised. So check this out. Very, very important information. And what are your top selling products? If you only have one product, then it should be the product that you created. And that is that. But if you have multiple products, then you can see what's top selling right here. And if you click on the links at the bottom right there, on the bottom right, you can see an enhanced overview of all of this, which is really, really good information. And I recommend you bookmark this page. So click on the star next to your web URL, click on add bookmark, And that is that. And you would check this probably once a week, maybe once every few days. Or if you like checking stocks and you like an everyday type of person, you can check it every day. Okay, let's go back. And you can just compare that to your analytics page that you have. So if you go to analytics, you can see how many people have gone to your page, and you can look at your dashboard, total sales. Make sure your total sales match what Google has. If it doesn't, then something wrong. But I know that for total sales, I know Shopify is accurate because you're using their platform. So really, when it comes to sales, I would look at Shopify. And when it comes to your traffic, like how many people are coming in and users, I will look at Google Analytics. That's basically how I look at that. All right. And there's reports. You can print out reports that are there for your team, your profit margins, and yada, yada, yada. Really, really good information. All right, let's go back to online store preferences. It's a little bit more we got to do in this section, but we almost done. I know I keep saying that, but we really are almost done. All right, Facebook Pixel. So this is what I was talking about before, that your store tracks people who come to your site, and it basically reserves them ads. So if you have like a new cookbook or a new digital product, if somebody has come to your store before but then left, you can send that person an ad on Facebook and says, hey, you went to the store and you didn't buy anything, come back. And we'll give you $5 off if you come back using this discount code or whatever. You're basically retargeting people who came to your site. And this is very, very good. And it also does your cost per click and your cost per conversion and your cost per impressions. It brings them all low. And if you don't know what that is, it's all right. It also hopefully increases your ROAS, which means ROAS, return on ad spend. So you want to increase that as well to more than 1, which means how much money are you getting back that you put in. So if you put in $1 in your advertising and you get $2 back, your ROAS is 2. You're multiplying your money. So you want to get a ROAS of at least 2. That's like the goal, or at least 1.5. So you get 1.5 times money that you get back. All right, I'm done talking about that. All right, so to do this will actually install the Facebook marketing. So if you saw what I did while I was doing my long soliloquy about ROAS, let me go back. What I basically did is I clicked on set up Facebook. And when I did that, it asked me to, where am I at? It asked me to install the Facebook app. So that is the other app you needed to install, was the Facebook sales channel. And you needed to install that in order for Facebook to work. And what it will do is that it will direct you to go to your Facebook account. You will make a business manager. You'll have a page. And then you set up your ad account, your ad pixel, and do all that. And that is there. If you need extra help, then just go through one of this one by one. And it should be actually very easy for you. So that is how you do that. But you do need to have a Facebook page for this to work. And this will basically direct you to do all that. And if not, type in how to connect Facebook marketing account with Shopify on YouTube. And I'm sure by this time, somebody has a video about it. All right. Let us now go back to Klaviyo and let's set up the abandoned cart email flow really quick. It is the last thing to do. And while we're setting up, I'll show you how to do a discount code, which is also important as well. So this will be within the Klaviyo abandoned cart email setup. And yeah. Oh, then after we do that, then we have to actually publish the store. And then we're done. My fault. All right, let's go. Klaviyo, where you at? Or is it Klaviyo? We call it Klaviyo, I'm assuming. All right, to set this up, let us go to apps on the left side. And let's go to Klaviyo. Click on Klaviyo email marketing. All right, so what subscribers should it collect? You know what? Let me actually get out of here and let me put an email. So let me go to customers. Let me add an email. So add the customer. And I would say Vic. Oh yay. And then let's do what email did I have in my my other video that shows how to make a website? That's what it was. Vic's test website 2021 at Gmail. And phone number. And they agreed to receive marketing emails. And I'm not doing no passwords. Boom, 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 yada, yada. All right. I needed to have at least one email. All right, so let's go to Klaviyo. Actually, you don't need to have at least one email, but it's preferred that you have at least one email. So this can make sense. So how does it collect subscribers? I can definitely click that and then add them to a list. What list do you want to have them in? You can have them into a newsletter list or the coming soon list. I would say a newsletter list. That's good. And you can have different lists that's there. You can just go to list and segments and create a new list. And then you can also collect text message subscribers, but don't do that here in Klaviyo. This is for emails. All right, update settings. So if that collect thing was not checked, then Shopify would do it. So please confirm. Yes, I do want to do that. But I can unconfirm as well and call that a day. All right, yeah, so I can make different lists right here. And I can have a list that's called newsletter lists. One person that's been there, that's me who subscribed. And a segment of that list is new subscribers. I can do that. So I can have different lists. I can even create a new list and call them, whatever I want. So preview lists, and then this list under that. So repeat buyers. Klaviyo is very, very powerful. There's videos on Klaviyo online, and you can check those out. Another thing you can do as well is sign up forms. You can make a sign up form right here. And this is to do a pop-up to show new people to come in. You can definitely do that. And you can go to connect. So you can capture email subscribers. And you can do a pop-up form that comes up. And then campaigns, you can do a one-off email to somebody if you want on a campaign. You can definitely do that when you create your campaign. You can do a one-off email to your email list. But what we're looking for is flows. You can do a welcome series. So somebody who first signs up at the first time, you can do that. A customer thank you series. So this is for repeat purchases. You want to do an abandoned cart. So do abandoned cart right here. We want to eventually do abandoned cart, but let's go to create flow. And the type of flow that I want to create is an abandoned cart. So you want to go to abandoned cart right there, and then abandoned cart reminder standard version. Boom. And we'll call this abandoned cart reminder. So this is how it works. When somebody's at the checkout of a store, so if I go to sarahtyus.com, and let's say if I was to go to this item right here, and if I add to cart. So now the item is in the cart of Sarah Tyus store, and I go to checkout and skip this deal. Let's go to checkout. So at this page is going to ask for my contact information and then my billing information and stuff like that. And then I will continue the payment. When I go to continue the payment, they actually have my email. The next page is going to be for me to put in my credit card information. And that's going to be the next page. If I decide to leave without actually checking out, in about an hour, I will get an email saying, hey, Vic, if you got your item, here's $10 off for the item. Use discount code for $10 off. And then that's that. And that is how an abandoned cart situation works. So it's like a coupon. So instead of you getting a bunch of coupons and cutting it off from a book or from online and going to the store, a coupon here is just to go and be in a bunch of abandoned carts. And you get a bunch of deals that will come in. And that is a quick secret to get things for cheap online. Yeah, I know. But in this situation, when somebody leaves checkout, you wait 4 hours and then it has an email. Then after that first email, you can wait another 20 hours and says your thing is about to expire. And that is an email checkout flow. So let's do that right now. Go to create flow. All right. And let's just say, let's go. And what I like to do is I like to wait 1 hour right there. So instead of being 4 hours, I like to do this 1 hour to save. And then once that is done, so it says, it looks like you left something behind. Boom, 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 boom. Now, why does it say checkout started? So basically when somebody goes into the checkout section, the checkout has started. Now, if somebody still not pay for the item after 1 hour, it basically assumes that they actually left the checkout screen. That's why they call it checkout started. It's still the same thing as the abandoned checkout. So after 1 hour, it says, looks like you left something behind. And you want to click that and then go to edit. And the subject line, I would say, read your order. All right, read your order, click on save changes. And then after that's done, you want to click on edit content. And this is where you actually update your abandoned cart email. So to know what to write, I recommend you go to a bunch of abandoned carts. So start an abandoned checkout situation. Like I said, go to like Sarah Tyus store and then go and try to buy an item. But then when you go to the part where you put in your credit card, just leave. and wait about an hour. And then you see some abandoned cart emails.com, look at their template and see what they have, and then just go from there. You could also say, you forgot something, you left an item, and then it says, don't forget, boom, boom, and you can go from there. So I would do that. Only thing is that this item right here, do not change this where it has the camera. This is your item on Shopify, so do not change that at all. And then on the bottom, you may say, like for example, you would say get discounts code, and then let's make a discount code. I will come to that in a second, but let's double click this. Let's go to size. Let's make this about 16px, maybe even 20px. Make this bold. That's fine. I can do that. And I can remove all this, and I can say don't. So I'll say don't forget about us, and I can double click this and make the font size at least, the font size, double click this, make the font size at least 16px, so it's readable. And the shop now, I would actually take this, I would remove that shop now, and then this top thing, I actually may remove that, delete block. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Well, it's gone now. I want you to remove that top block. All right, so let me actually go and put in a text right here, and I would say you left an item, and let me actually make this big, so bold, font size, let's make this about 24, maybe even like 26, maybe even 28. Make this centered, and enter a few times on the top and bottom. All right, I think that's cool. Another good thing to do to get an inspiration is to go to really good emails. reallygoodemails.com. So this is also a website that has a bunch of really good emails. Wow, that's a great pop-up right there. Sorry. Abandoned. Let's see. So this is a bunch of abandoned cart email templates. This is actually the first time I've been here. I've seen this before. I mean, I've heard about it before from David Fogarty from Australia, the founder of the Udi, a multi-million-dollar man. I heard it from him before, and I took note of it, but I actually have never been to the site until now. So you can use these as inspiration for your own abandoned cart emails that is there, and just check it out. And it even has the subject line that you can use. This is what you can have in the background. And you don't even have to have the image right there, but that's fine. You can have a code that is there. And it's for the iPhone. That's how it looks on different devices. And yeah, so these are different ideas that you can have. You don't have to have it like this, but it's just different ideas that you can have for an abandoned cart email if you don't want to do it on your own. All right, so that is that. And then all these have buttons right there and has all these coupons, boom, boom, boom. So in order for you to create a discount code right there, let's go to Shopify and let's go to discounts and let's create a discount code. So create discount code for the abandoned cart folks. So let's call this discount code get 10 off. All right, get 10 off or get 10 now, or get 10 now really. So get 10 now, and this would be a fixed amount because people like fixed amounts better than percentages. That's how the human mind thinks. People like fixed amounts off. All right, and then from here, all products, or you can do a specific product that's going to be in the checkout. That's fine, but I do all products now. And then minimum requirements is none. Eligibility, you want to go to groups of customers, and then you want to browse and look for abandoned checkouts. Say add, that's what you want to use. And then uses limit to one use per customer. And then that is that. It's indefinite. Boom. So that's the discount code right there. Get 10 now. That's fine. That's what you want to see. And then highlight that, go to copy, and then go to here, get discount code, right click, paste, and that's the discount code right there. Get discount code, get 10 now. And so once that is there, that is that. And then this button, it says return to your cart, and that is a button block. So you would go to blocks, you go to button, and you put the button there. And that is how you can put the button with these really good emails, that is how you can have that button right there with the picture and stuff like that. So you can make it, really, really easy. It's really, really good to have inspiration and to mess around with this for a while. All right. So afterwards, once that is done and you want to take away this Facebook, Twitter share link because it is a abandoned cart email, so it's only for people who left the cart. So once that is completed, you would just go to save content. And once you've done that, then that is how it looks. Click on done. And that's that. So after 1 hour, the person is still there, send them this email. If they didn't send an email, you can still do a situation where they are there, let's say 24 hours later, and they're there 24 hours later, or basically 1 day later, you can send them a second abandoned cart email and says, hey, it's about to expire, yada, yada, yada. You can do that. And there's a different way where you can do it, where you can do a conditional split. And if the person did not buy, then send this email. If they did buy, then get them out. You can do that. But for now, I am just going to do one abandoned cart email. So delete email and then delete email right here. And that's that. And then the last thing to do is to go to manual right here and make that live. And now your thing is live. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to do that. So your thing is live. So now your abandoned cart is live. And so whenever somebody checks out, if they leave, they will get an email. And that is that. And that is one of the most important things you can ever do on Klaviyo is have an abandoned cart email. Now, only 30% of people will open this email. But with this, mixed in with the text messages that they would get or the text message they would get, it's all good. And then finally, while I was in the discount section, there was in the announcements, you can do a store-wide discount. I don't know if you remember that. I'm going to show you how to set that up right now. So if you ever want to do a store-wide discount, you would just go to automatic discounts right here, this tab, and then create an automatic discount. So I think the store said, if I remembered, let me actually refresh this page. So the store said $10 all items until October 1st, 2021. So the way to do that is you will call this, I would say store off. Store off, and then say October 1st. I can do that code. And then from there, the type, it will be a fixed amount. It'll be $10. And then I said all items, so all products. And then the final thing is the start date is there, which should be now. And then the end date will be October 1st, 2021. So you click on set end date, October 1st, 11:59 p.m., say discount. So, what happened? So minimum quantity of items, it says 1, say discount. So this is an automatic store discount. So anytime they go to checkout, they automatically get $10 off the item. That is how you do that. And to end this, you just go to disable on the right. Or if you go back to the main screen, you click this and then actions, disable automatic discounts, and that would not be there anymore. And then if you remember about the text message discount, there was also a discount code you can have there. And you want to have a different discount code for your text message abandoned cart. So the discount code, make that different from the discount code for Klaviyo. All right, so this automation right here, get out of that. So if I was to go to abandoned cart and it has this code, I said expires, $5 coupon expires, love 10. First of all, you want to make the coupon the same. So it's $10 off. So you can edit this. Where's the edit? I gotta edit this. Edit right here in the top right. And then from here, you can say that. And then loves 10, that is the coupon code that was created right there. You just want to have one automation message. From there, you just go to Shopify, discounts, and then you create another discount called loves 10, discount code, and you say loves 10. And it's $10 off. And this applies to groups of customers. Go to browse, go to abandoned checkouts, and then one use per customer. And that's fine. And that is definitely how that works. Save that up. So now you have two discount codes. You have one. So if I go back to discounts, you have one for that and you have another one for that. That is that. And then if you want to use a discount code, like Sarah Titus had a discount code for certain items. And to do that, you can just create a discount code. And then once that is done, you have a link to the discount code. If you can't find it, just go to the discount code, go to the top right, get shareable link. That's the link to the discount code. And then from there, you would go to the Shopify. Let me go to edit homepage in the bottom right. And let's say, for example, it will be $50 off each item instead of $10 off. I will go here to the top where the header is. I'll just click header and then say, let's say I'll make this $10 off the cookbook. And then I would say use code, make up a code like 20 off or 10 off or 10 down, whatever. So 10 down at checkout. I think that's what Sarah Titus had on the shop page. Then the link, I would just right click the shareable link. So right click that and then click on this little icon right there. So it saves it. So anytime somebody goes here and clicks on it, it will automatically apply the link at checkout. That is how that works. If I was to go there, it automatically applies a link at checkout. So let me go to add the cart and then go to cart. I'll check out. And that is it. But apparently I have to get my theme going. No problem. All right, so I have everything set up. Now it's just to publish the store, get my payment methods set up, and let's get this going. Let's do it. Final stretch. For real, for real. So let's set up our payment method. Let's set up how we getting paid. So go to the bottom left. And by the way, if you want to know how many people have used a discount code, you click on discounts. Yeah, you can see how many people have used it. Boom, boom, boom. All right, go to settings and payments. Let's set up how you're going to get paid. Money, 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 money. All right, so you can see that Shopify payments do 2.4% plus 30 cents every sale. And then there's PayPal and others. I recommend you use Shopify payments and you use PayPal. So folks who can pay through credit cards, they can pay through PayPal, and PayPal has the same situation. So I would do Shopify payments at first, and then I would do PayPal afterwards. And that is that. But for this video, I'm only going to do Shopify payments. So complete account setup. And it's going to ask you about the business type. So are you a corporation, are you LLC, partnership, or nonprofit, or are you individual? For now, I'm an individual. And then it's going to ask you for your EIN number if you have that. And then your information, it will ask you for that. Then it asks for your personal details because it needs that. Then afterwards, it's going to ask what industry you're in. I'm assuming for tax purposes. And I would say digital products. Digital products. And I am doing books. Boom. Selling cookbooks for my food. Yeah, selling cookbooks on my digital store. All right. Afterwards, it has your descriptor. You definitely want to put in your company's name, which is right there. That's fine. And then your banking information. This is a bank account that you need to set up. Set this one up and then call it a day. Okay, so once that is done, we will go to manage. So you can manage your payments right here. So on top right, go to manage. And here you can manage how you get paid. So there's the cards that is there. I will leave all that there. Shop paid, wallets, you can do that. And here from countries and regions, these are people who you serve. I would add, and this is actually for exchange rate purposes, I would add Canada, and then I would do Australia and the United Kingdom. So the UK, I would do that. So where's the United Kingdom at? United Kingdom and Germany. I'll just keep United Kingdom. I don't know why Germany is there. All right, Germany, I'm going to be in the list. We'll put you in the list. All right, you can do that. Australia, Canada. Where's UK? Oh, show all. There we go. So UK. So that is that. You can do rounding, which is enabled, which makes things easier. Your payout descriptor. So the way they're explaining your base statements, You can say Shopify payments. And then when you want to get paid, every business day or every month, whatever. So that's fine. I'm sure people will do every business day. And you can do the type of charges you can do. So that's possible. And your descriptor. So you can say what that is. That's fine. It should be your business name or your blog's name so people can know what it is. And hit save once you're done. All right. And so now that it's done, let's go to apps and let's add one more app. This app is called Auto Currency Converter. So some themes allow you to switch your currency when you go to different stores, and some themes don't. I don't think that this theme that we got allows that. So you want to go to Auto Currency Switcher. So you want to go to Auto Currency Switcher and look for MLV Auto Currency Switcher. That's the one with the most reviews. Click on that. And this will allow you to switch the currency automatically. And there's a free plan that they have available. That's that. Boom, boom. Yeah, you can add the app and you can do an auto currency switcher so people can know who you are. I'm not going to do that now, but that is definitely one thing you should add, especially if you're serving to multiple countries, if that's where your customers are. So it won't leave confusion when people are checking out. So, yep, that's it. Once you are done with that, then you will publish the store. So on the bottom, click on select a plan. On the bottom of the dashboard, so it's time to sign up for a plan. So which plan is best for you? I'm going to tell you right now to get the basic Shopify plan. That is what's best for you. But when do you switch to the $79 a month plan? Well, there's a secret site that is called Shopify Pricing Calculator. That's what it's called. Shopify Pricing Calculator. Now, I'll put this link in the description. So this is actually how you know how much it costs. How do you want to pay for your plan? You pay every month. Are you using Shopify payments? Yes. What's your monthly revenue? So let's say you make $2,000 a month. So what does this mean? You pay $29 a month for Shopify. That's how much it costs. And then when people use their card to buy, Shopify charges 2.9% plus 30 cents. $70 plus $29 is $99. This $99 basically means that you're paying $99 in fees after $2,000 a month of revenue. So if you make $2,000 a month in revenue, you will have to pay $99 to Shopify. And it's telling you that the basic Shopify plan is still the best plan. If you have $10,000 a monthly revenue, same thing. It's still good to get the $29 plan, although you'd be paying $379 to Shopify, but you would still be good and boom, boom, boom. However, if you make $20,000 a month in Shopify, you'll be paying $719 with the $79 plan. That's the Shopify Plus plan. If you do the basic Shopify plan, you actually be paying more in fees because the Shopify Plus plan, like the $79 plan, the credit card rate is actually 2.6 cents plus 30 cents each sale. So it's actually cheaper, and that's how that works. And then from there, you can go up to about $40,000 a month in sales. And this plan will still be the cheapest plan to do or the best plan to do, which is the $79 a month plan. I'm just saying that as to say that this is per month. So if you're not making up to, I think it's like $16,667, so 16,667. I think that's what it is, 16,666. Let's try that. Yeah, so if you're not making up to 16,666 cents a month, use the Shopify $29 a month plan. After you make $16,666 a month, then you upgrade to $79 plan. The end. So basic Shopify plan, that is that. Go to choose plan. And then when do you want to pay? You can do a yearly, so you can pay a year off. I just do monthly and call that a day. How do you want to pay? This is the part right here. You must use a credit card. Debit cards will not work. You must use a credit card. Amazon FBA has the same requirements as well. This is for your monthly plan. So when you pay every month, this is what you're going to be using to pay. And then at the end, it shows you that you'll be charged $29 a month starting on this day. So in 13 more days, because I have 13 days left in my 14-day trial. And then from there, you can start your plan. So literally, if you launch your product the next day, you'll be making money before your Shopify plan even kicks in, like the payments of your Shopify plan even kicks in, which is why it's very important for you to start your store after you have an audience. start your digital store after you have an audience. It's very, very important. All right, click on Start Plan. And congratulations, your Shopify store will now be active. You have done it. You've done it. So now your store is active. And so now what you would do is you would go to online store and then go to preferences. And if you scroll to the very bottom or near the very bottom, you will see that your store is password protected. You can turn this off now. So now you can turn this off. If this was on, if anybody went to your page, they will see a coming soon page. So if I was to let's go to new incognito window and let's go to the website. This is the page that people will see. This would be the coming soon page. It's actually really good to do a pre-launch, to get an email list like that. If you're selling physical products or even digital products and you're trying to do a waiting list, it's a good way to do it. You direct the people here, you have them do a waiting list, and that's fine. But if you want them to join the store, you go to enter store using password, and then you put the password that you set right here. You put this password or whatever password you set, password or whatever you set, you let people know the password, and that's how they can get to your store. But if your store was not published and you didn't have a plan, you cannot disable this. This will always be enabled. But now that you bought the plan, you can disable this, and now your store is officially active. And the final thing you want to do after this is you want to go to settings and then settings checkout. And when you do that, there's some options that you want to have. You can require the last name only or require first and last name. I like to require first and last name. Everything else is fine. Now, the biggest thing that's there is the abandoned checkouts option. So Shopify has its own abandoned checkouts option, but we're using Klaviyo. So what you need to do is check the automatically send abandoned checkout emails. So click that to disable it, and it will only use Klaviyo's version. If you use this version, then I believe it would either not send any emails or it would send 2 different abandoned checkout emails, and you don't want to have that. And that is that. Click on save. And that's basically it. You have now launched your store. Vic's Cookbook is now live. So if I was to go back to the site, let me refresh this page. So vicscookbook.com. And that's the site that it is right here. I probably would make this image a lot smaller. It's a little bit too big. I'll probably make it smaller. But this is what it is. Now, you know what? I need to make this smaller. It's ridiculous. So to make this smaller, let me go to, I know I'm almost done. Last second changes. So create a design. Let's go to custom size, do 1200 by 630, which is the Facebook sharing size. But I'm gonna do that for my banner image for Shopify. Let's see what happens. All right, that's there. Now I want to take the image that I had in my previous situation. So let me go back, go to all my designs, and this is the banner I had. So like I say, if you don't want to do the banner, you can always go to Fiverr and they'll do it for you. So I will click this, hold shift on this, and then even hold shift on that, and then right click, and then copy, and then go to the new image, this right here, the 1200 by 630, you can see it on the top, right click, paste, and everything should appear. It has appeared. Perfect. Click away, and then let's do some adjustments. So make this bigger like that, and then bring this up, that's fine. And then, so bring this up, that's fine. And I want to lock this so it won't move. So to lock it, I'll just click this right here, like the main background, click on the lock on the top right. So now I can highlight everything and move this like that. That's exactly what I want to do. All right, I think that's cool. I can even make this shop now page, this call to action a little smaller. I think that will do it. I can even make it bigger. The call to action button can never be too big, right? So cookbook, banner image, 2, go to download that. All right, save it there. Let's go back to Shopify. Where was I at? All right, let me go to this. And sorry, I meant to edit homepage on the bottom right. So it takes me to the customizer. And while I'm here, I will then click on featured banner. and go to change, remove image, select the image, upload, and that is that. So click the right one. All right, that looks better. And then for the recharge your life, let me actually change that too. So go back, featured with text. Let me actually take away this image. So remove image. And what do I want to put there? Let's put Unsplash. Let's put some happy people. Let's say happy. I don't know, happy people. Oh, look at this black family. And some families out here too. Look at this family. All right, let's do a square image. Looking for a square image. But I don't want to use a family though. I actually want to put somebody's back. That looks good. Oh man, that looks nice. Let's use that. All right, so download free. Let's make this medium version. I'm gonna have to square this up. So let me save this to the desktop. I won't be using this like for real. So let me actually make a new image. I already did. No, that was for my icon. That was wrong. So let me get out of here. So let me make this image 1,000 by 1,000. So create design, custom size. Let's make this 1,000 by 1,000. So it's a square image, which is the point. I know I'm going kind of quick, but I want to finish this. Hope you can follow along. So upload media on the uploads tab. And as you keep doing this, you get used to it. So here, I think that's what that was. So the image will upload. And then click that. All right. And then let me make this fill up the square. Looks good. Get the top right there. Boom. All right. Looks good. I can even, let me actually edit this image and let me apply a filter or saturation. Let me saturate it. It looks nice. Yeah, let me saturate this. Or not saturate, yeah, saturate this like that. Bring the colors out. All right, cool. And I would say cookbook, website, image. All right, save as PNG. Okay. And then go back to store logo and do that. Then go back to Shopify. Go back to Shopify. All right, and then this image, let me upload and store logo. Where's that image right there? Perfect. The square image. It's 1.5 megabytes. It's a pretty big image, but I'm going to put it down using the analyzer in a second. All right, looks better. And the product is right there. Okay, cool. I can survive with that. So you can do that. What was that? Claytime. .au. I think that was wrong. Claytime.com.au. This is using the debut theme. It's a really good site. So they have a big call to action. This pulls up. Looks nice. But it has a lot of space in between the top and bottom. Okay. So this is a debut theme right here. And then all their kits right there. And then all the reviews right there. Very easy. So something to update later on. You can look at it. Because I like the space that is there. I like the space. I know I keep saying that, but yeah. It's not a lot of space here, but that's how this theme is. This theme does have a lot of space there, but that's fine. I can roll with this for now. All right, I can roll with this. All right, get out, exit. And let's see the store, view the store. And if I go down, this is how it looks like. It's another image right here. This is the product that is there. I love this book. Boom. That is it, the end. And let me move that away. Go down, that's how it looks like. And that's the website. And I can even, when it's time for me to add to cart, or I can look at the product page, I can go to full details right here. And this is the actual item. And that is that. You can use Shop Pay if you want. Oh, Shop Pay is 4 interest-free installments. Aha. So Shop Pay. So Shopify has their own Shop Pay. I don't want Shop Pay for this. Let me go to settings. So Shop Pay is like Afterpay. It's like the installment situation. I know you have to do a credit report and all that and yada, yada. It's a big craze. Competition. All right. And then let's go to manage. and I don't want Shop Pay in my account. So pay installments, I don't want that right there. Now, if it's a big item, so if I was to go to Claytime, let me see what they have. So this is $99. That might be smart to have Shop Pay. I don't even have that there at all. Yeah, there's no pay. All right. It's add to cart and call it a day. I like it. All right, let me go back to my incognito window. So shop now, let's go to the product. Perfect. So add the cart, buy now, tax included. All right, this has the description. That's how I like it. That's what I want. That is that. Add to cart. And then click the cart on the right side and then check out, call it a day. Go to checkout. All right, and then it's asking me for email or mobile number. Continue to pay. Boom. That's how I like it. All right, the end. Okay, I think this is over. And yes, here is the website. One final time. This is how everything is. I can even just take away this recharge your life and just put the cookbook right there. It could look like the So Deliciously Vegan site. I could even take that part away. And you might even do that yourself. And I don't blame you if you do. Go to full details. It's full details. And that is that. So you made it to the end. I'm happy for you. Congratulations. Now, guess what? Everything you just did, a lot of these one-time setups, this is only 20% of the game. The 80%, guess what it is? Marketing and promoting your store. So you created it. You created your digital product store on Shopify. I'm happy for you. Now it's time to promote it. Just use your marketing channels to promote it. If you have email lists, if you have Facebook, if you have YouTube, use it to promote it. The only thing I would say is if you have an email list, I recommend you do an email launch series. Basically saying that if you have 5 days, every single day, say something about your product. So day one, you can say take $20 off your product with your promo code. That's day one email. Day two email may have a question about the product. How many items does the cookbook have? Whatever. The day three may be a quote that's inspirational. Day four may be another question that somebody may be asking or a testimonial. And then day five, which should be the final day of the launch, you actually send 2 emails, one in the morning saying this is the final day, and then one in the evening saying this is the final email, the final chance to get, $5 off or $10 off of the cookbook. And once it ends, that is it. And so you will actually get most of your sales on the first day, and then the last 6 hours, most of the sales will come in. And the other 4 days really in between, it will be sporadic sales, if any at all. So people are either early go-getters or they are procrastinators. That is basically the majority of people, and that's how it is. But promote that. If you don't have an email list, use Facebook, use Instagram, whatever you have. Talk about your product once every day in the middle of all of your other posts. Talk about your product once every day and do that for about 5 days and do your discount codes that you need to do, maybe $10 off or whatever until the end of the launch. And then when the launch ends, the discount code ends, your store will still be online, and then that is that. Sarah Titus, what she does is once every week, she sends a weekly newsletter. And in this weekly newsletter, she says something about her life or some encouraging words. At the very bottom of it, she then talks about the product that she's selling, and she puts that in her bottom of the email. You don't have to do that. You can sell your product like once every 2 weeks, but it is good to have value. And then at the very bottom, say, hey, I have these items, get it, boom, boom. But make sure you always give value first. Always give value first. Nurture your email list or nurture your followers. Try to get as many people you can in your email list. And that's it. Let's keep going and keep the cycle going. And then afterwards, talk to your subscribers, talk to your fans, figure out what else they want. And then once you figure out what else they want, you can add another product later on to your store when the time comes. And then whatever is the winning product, you promote those out of the products that you have. And that is how you have a growing store with multiple digital products. Or you can just have one and it's called a day. And that is it. Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, and hit that like button. Thank you so much for going towards the end. And if you have any comments, let me know in the description. I want to know what was the hardest part of you setting up the store, or maybe why this shirt is so bright. Whatever the case is, And let me know the comment that you have. This is Vic Oyedeji at the Online Starting Block. Thank you so much. And like I always do, let me go to the side, and I got some more videos for you to check out right here. There's even a video for you that shows you how to add a subdomain, which I did not talk about in this video. So how do you get to shop.something.com, shop.yourdomain.com? How do you get that? Check that out if you want to see it. And if you don't want that, I have another video you can check out, and that is that. If anything, subscribe. Tell your friends.